Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second part of the Gold Division Week 8 GetRECt Fall Split 2018 stream.
Something like
We're just
that.
this is the very
Something
long,
like that.
extended title. We are having a little bit of a weird bug with the in-game, so we might need to correct that for and just. Oh, it's not.
It's not doing that. Reload it real quick.
Yeah, I think we might have to. Nope. All right, we're gonna have to reload this game. So Corey, do you want to talk about the matchups that we're gonna be doing today?
Yeah, so first we're going to go and it's going to be GSM versus 100 Steves, followed up by Power Flashes with Vicious and Delicious. Next, after that, we're going to have a Hardest Road and Bingo Squad. And the final game being the old OU Gold, SEAL Team 6 versus Piltover.
Yes, the old OU Gold.
So,
so we've got our own little bedlam.
We have a little bit.
bedlam.
We have a little bit of a bedlam saved for the very end. So a little bit of exciting things going on.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if that corrected it, so we can go ahead and get into this game. What in the world?
Nope.
Well, this is like a terrible bug to have because
it's gonna show what happens.
It literally is gonna tell everybody what's about to happen. So the bug that we're having is that the scoreboard. Okay, the scoreboard will come up with the original command. What holds time controls?
I'll say just start pushing all the buttons until we
get one. Apparently, I can't show people the screen because. Oh, there we go.
There it is. We got it.
I guess we're just gonna have to hide chat behind a graphic. You know, if I'm not, I think that'll work.
We can hide it down
there. There we go. Oh, I just gotta do that. All right.
We can do that.
There we go. Well, so sorry about this weird bug, people. It's not like the buttons are not working as they should. Yes, this is my completely non-biased shirt as a person who helps do GetRECt things. Okay, well, I guess we've kind of got it working now, right? Oh shoot, we hid this thing in the bottom left though. This is supposed to be
what?
Is it supposed to be different than in the bottom left?
No, it's because we haven't clicked anything yet. We haven't clicked on. It's direct.
All right. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I think we've just about got it fixed, and we're sorry about that. I guess it's probably something to do with the new patch.
Yep. Who knows? Hopefully this doesn't happen. We'll try and figure this out as we go along. But anyway, this is going to be our first game. It's going to be GSM versus 100s. GSM versus 100 Steves.
Let's see. Is it?
You gotta push the play button.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Huh. The unpause button does now not seem to be working.
Oh.
Oh, I know what happened.
What?
There we go.
What did you
Finally! Woohoo! So I had hit enter to bring up the chat box to hide it. So when I was hitting P to unpause the game, they were going into the chat box that nobody could see because we pushed off the screen.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're finally actually in the game.
All right.
Finally.
And as we see on the blue side is GSM. Dogmar in the top lane on Scion. Keiru playing Talia jungle. Vote for Dogmar as Echo mid. Solid Water and Silver Spade 10 rounding out the bot lane with Sivir and Pyke.
Over on the red side, oh wow, look, they're lined right up in the mid lane for us. How nice. Over on the red side, we have BD Blake up in... Oh, that's not up in the top lane. Look at that. That's wrong. There we go. Although I am a little...
I think that's an Ezreal mid.
It's support Riven. Okay, that's
Riven,
why we got confused there. Support Riven. Neat.
So we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, Killbot 9001 in the top lane on the Jax, Scorcher 317 in the jungle on the Gragas, Domo Knight in the mid lane, I guess, on Ezreal, BD Blake, and Xander of Astora down in the bot lane on Jhin and Riven.
Yeah, so...
I thought that Riven was going somewhere else.
So definitely really interesting. First off is the Riven support. Something that we don't normally see. It's very much of a cheese strat.
Yes.
It's
very
almost
cheesy.
like whenever you take Scion support, but even less. I would almost say less effective.
Yes, I think I'd agree with you. I mean, if you do something along the lines of Pantheon or Jarvan or I guess Riven support, it's kind of a let's use Ignite and try to cheese them, and if we start to snowball, you know, the support can then just walk into the enemy bot lane and 1v1 them, or 1v2 them.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what the idea is behind doing like Pantheon. Although Pantheon has Harass and like undodgeable stun.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like the Riven's gonna have a hard time to do the same
Oh,
thing.
but early
Oh
damage
my
onto
goodness.
Domo Knight is just too much, and Vote for Dogmar takes him down.
Domo Knight throws down his Ignite as well, hits Dogmar back with a bit of damage, but just doesn't do as much damage. Dogmar in the top lane might be in trouble here. Killbot gets a solo kill as well. Both teams both solo laners picking up some solo kills. Killbot running away from that Scion passive, but it's gonna pick up a bit more CS. Oh! Killbot almost going down, getting aggressive on a Solid Water. His support is not here in lane. He roamed away. Out comes the enhanced auto and the Ignite. Solid Water flashes is going to get away.
Enough. Not quite enough. Here comes Silver Spade.
Are they looking for a fight? Here comes the flash, and that's a kill onto Solid Water. Big mistake. Xander still had flash up. You can't walk back out there as a Sivir level 2. I don't think he had Spell Shield, because I believe I saw him use both Boomerang Blade and Ricochet.
Did not have the Spell Shield, but that's not something like it's like okay, Riven earlier in that attack he saw Riven took the dash, so the shield did not have the stun, so most likely wasn't prepared for a flash Q.
Yeah, flash Q for the knockup.
That's the third one, which is special because it gives the knockup at the end of it. And so I'm assuming just wasn't quite expecting that sudden turnaround. Normally you see something like the flash stun.
Well, so far, things look decent for the Riven support. I mean, we talked about it's going to be very hard if you can't get any sort of lead, because in terms of utility, she obviously offers a good bit less than other supports.
Yeah.
Other support might have, a slow/speed boost, maybe some other kind of CC as well, and then also some sort of shield/heal, like in their kit. Like, so much utility. Riven's got a very, very, very short stun and a very short knockup.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And a lot of damage.
But she does have a lot of damage, you're right. And so, I guess that's where the snowballing comes into play.
So there's a little bit of that execute damage.
Oh, wow. Flash onto Dogmar. He's going for the all-in. He's going to get the kill, but oh, no, he's not. Dogmar still had his flash.
And now K-Root's coming in from the side. Killbot needs to watch out. The threaded volley just coming short, but Echo's coming up from the mid lane.
3 people here to finish off Killbot. He wants to try to get over towards Dogmar. Flash comes out of a Vote for Dogmar. God, I keep calling him Dogmar because they're both Dogmar. Sorry, but Vote for Dogmar comes up with the flash. Burns his flash to pick up the kill.
Yep. Oh, and a good pull from Silver Spade. BD Blake forced a flash out of that.
Yeah,
so
he got a good pull. He was going to hit the stun.
Yep.
Forced the flash.
Forcing the flash. BD Blake knew he was going to be dead if he stayed there any longer. Just because you have, maybe if he had like a shielding support other than the Riven, might not have had to burn the flash right away. But there's not a whole lot Xander or Astoria could have done in that case to keep him alive. So good flash, good reaction from Blake.
Dogmar might be in trouble here. I guess he didn't see Killbot coming. He does have K-Roo in the jungle right behind him. It looks like Killbot's not going to pursue that. Silver Spade looking for an engage here.
Oh, good dodge, though. But now Xander Astoria re-engages on the fight. Solid Water under half HP, and Blade's bouncing around from him, but he's able to get away. Not quite. The slowing trap comes in. Gragas with the flash and body slam, just short. But a good hook from Silver Spade pulls him back in, taking reduced damage from that W passive, but not quite enough. Good stun from Blake onto Solid Water, but the bouncing blade doesn't do enough damage.
Got the fourth shot. Oh, no. Sorry, not the fourth shot. I thought it when it showed purple, that was the shot it was on.
No.
Oh,
now
boy.
it's the purple one. No, it looks like everyone doesn't look quite like they're done yet. They want to keep going.
I think this is a little bit of baiting going on here.
I feel like there is.
I feel like, yeah, and K-Roo is coming down. A little bit of action in the top lane. Bit of trading between these. Oh, doesn't hit the...
Good dodge as well, but the
nice
flash from Silver
stun.
Spade gets the stun, and the Boomerang Blade just doesn't get
kill.
it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a feels bad. Silver Spade would have
Echo's
ignited.
looking for the kill. Here he comes.
Oh, but Vote for Dogmar coming on the backside with this Echo. This is not going to be fun. This Echo is right now 3-0.
Yeah, he's burned his sums, but there has not been an attempted gank on him. I don't think Domo Knight's been in a good position for something like that. Ezreal leaves a lot desired as far as helping out a gank goes.
Yeah.
You would need his jungler to do most of the locking up, so that way he can stand there and get out his deeps.
Yeah, and Killbot now going in
trouble.
onto Dogmar. There's a lot of damage coming out.
I wonder what Dogmar's plan is here.
I don't know. I think he's just trying to run away. But
I guess I don't know if he had.
He's getting as much damage on the turret as possible.
If I'm going to die, I will take a little bit of turret HP with me. I didn't know if he was planning to go for like get into the bush, channel a knock-up, hit it, ult out or something.
I don't know.
You know, like maybe once while he's stunned and knocked up, use your R to run. He was pretty low on mana though. I don't know if he had mana for Q and R.
No, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get away. But going back to the mid lane, what I mentioned, this is the new Ezreal that we're talking about. Well, not really new, but reworked Ezreal. So this means Essence Flux does stick to champions and objectives and give that little extra burst damage. So this is something exciting to see when it comes to team fights. Give it that little extra burst to be able to break down the squishy members of this team, to break down Kayru, break down Dogmar. So that's something interesting. Do you know if the spell shield blocks the extra? I'm assuming the spell shield will block the damage from that as well.
Yeah, it should. The spell.
Like,
yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, while we're busy thinking about that, and engage in the bot lane gets a kill for BD Blake.
Yeah, gets a little bit too close to that enemy bot lane, gets locked up in CC after stepping on one of the traps, and just immediately popped by Xander and BD Blake. They don't even use the ignite. Ooh,
no,
gank onto
Scorcher
Dogmar. He's gonna ult towards the tower.
But he doesn't
and
make it.
Put down some more tower damage.
Yeah, he gets a little bit more tower damage there with the passive.
They try to stun him up, prevent a bit of damage.
But not a whole lot. Dogmar just throwing himself on this turret.
I mean, I guess I feel like he could have maybe tried to get out at least. Scorcher was not level 6. At worst case scenario was just the belly bump.
Worst case scenario, yeah, and that was used to get there. It was missed just a little bit ago. But Domo now in trouble.
Vote for Dogmar. Definitely looking for the all-in there. He's got the ignite. Here comes Talia. Accidentally walls off her own team. Doesn't put the wall down, so her team can't get over here. And now she's going to die for her mistakes. Xander, Vestora, and Jhin going to take her out. Yeah, the wall really needed to do... I mean, unless they changed Talia, I believe you can reactivate her wall to put it down whenever you want. Should have done that so her bot lane could have come up to help her out.
I don't know if there's a time on that, though.
Like a lockout?
Like a lockout time?
It's probably, probably once it finishes. Because like you can jump off early, but the wall has to complete. So I would bet once the wall completes, you could drop it.
Oh, with Killbot going in onto Dogmar once again, getting the flash out. Dogmar is not in a good place right now. Just taking all this harass from Killbot. The Conqueror doing so much damage. Already sounds at half HP. And didn't even have to use a corrupting potion in combat. No, things look like they're rotating around. But
Domo Knight, wow, gets followed by the Echo, and Echo takes this as his opportunity. Flashes to pick up the last proc of that passive for the kill. Dogmar in trouble here. Killbot chasing him down.
And Killbot's got the damage once again.
Dogmar starts trying to run towards the turret. Oh, this time he's going for Killbot because here comes Kayru.
Yep, no, Killbot.
Kayru going to be able to get him. He does hit the W. Wow, bot lane looking rough. They get the stun though. They'll be able to get out of here. Solid Water having a hard time staying alive. I mean, we were talking about Riven not having a lot of utility, but I mean, Pyke has more utility, but not like as much as other supports either, you know? So like once the Riven gets on top of them, there's not much the Pyke can do to peel outside of that delayed stun like we saw there.
Yeah, it's not like, it's
hits the Q.
Onto Xander, and he looks like he's ready to just go back in.
Lands the stun, they ignite him.
Root comes in place, allows him to get out safely, but Silver Spade says, no, I want this.
I think they could have had a chance to kill the Riven there had they been a little bit more on the same page. Once that stun landed, I think that was a really good opportunity for Solid Water and Pyke to... Wait a minute.
Wait, Dogmar. Dogmar, what are you doing?
The Madman. Literally ults straight to the tower, puts down his Demolisher proc on it, goes into passive, and keeps wailing.
What's he doing?
Well, so he technically did not give up a kill.
Die.
There goes the stun. He has no flash. Here comes Echo, and the ult comes out from Silver Spade to pick up the kill.
Yep, and using the death from below does give Vote for Dogmar that share. So it's almost like this is a 5-0 Echo, which is not looking good for 100 Steves.
No. They're going to have to back away. Just let GSM have this bot lane tower.
So that is going to be first tower going over to GSM.
Killbot, he's going to be able to put some damage back, but I mean, at the rate that things are going for top lane, Dogmar will eventually get this top lane tower.
Yeah, it might be 0-7 by the time he's done with it, but the way it looks, he's just going to keep running himself into the tower.
His ult's not up though, so I don't think we should expect him just popping that again.
No, not quite yet.
Looks like they're going to be chasing down Kayru, but here comes Echo. Gonna land the stun onto 2, finishes off the Ezreal, and Gragas has to flash out. But he's not done. The ultimate delays him. The Jhin roots him up. Here comes Silver Spade. Lands the stun with the help of Flash, and they're gonna pick up the kill. Vote for Dogmar.
So there's a lot of really good stuns there from Silver Spade, using the flashes to extend that, to extend his ability there, getting the full stun in the entire range.
Dogmar's in trouble here. Ooh, good juke, lands the stun. Dogmar going to get picked up once again. Killbot 9001 on a rampage.
He is. And so just as scary as this Echo is, Killbot is just as scary. And you do not want, honestly, if
I mean, Jax is terrifying.
Jax is terrifying. Even if you're an Echo and you have an automatic escape route with your ultimate, if you get stunned, you're going to get bursted probably before you can even push R.
Yeah, and I mean, if you try to think about the ways that Echo deals damage, his Q is AoE, his E is like a single target thing, and then he applies the rest of his passive with the help of his autos outside of those two. Jax's ultimate... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see if how this pans out. This could go poorly for GSM. A lot of ults coming out, but they are going to secure the smite. Both teams going to back away. And good. Killbot going to pick up the tower after his solo kill up in the top lane.
Yeah, no, yep.
Oh, right. Yes. So with the Echo against a Jax.
Yeah.
So when Jax has his Counter-Strike rolling, he can just leave it going for most of the fight against the Echo. The Q damage is reduced because Jax's Counter-Strike reduces AoE damage. Wait a minute. Here we go again! Is he going to get the kill? No, he won't get the kill this time because Flash from Killbot, and Dogmar says, I am here for the tower. Your life does not interest me, Jax. Oh, the execute goes out. The Silver Spade roamed to the top lane. Dogmar actually doesn't die to the tower before picking it up.
And this is absolutely...
And he actually gets a cut there, so that...
He does,
Domo Knight finishes him off.
There is a stun from Silver Spade, but there's 3 members there from 100 Steve's 4 with BD Blake there. It does look like he's going to be able to get out to safety. Solid Waters in the mid lane.
So by feeding Jax all of those kills, it was really a strategic decision because he got a huge amount of... Oh, wait, Silver Spade might be in trouble here. Never mind.
Nope.
He got a huge bounty on his head and then was killed with the Pyke ultimate, which would have then shared all of the gold that Pyke received to the person who got the assist, which was Dogmar.
So Dogmar
meaning Dogmar and Silver Spade both got a giant shutdown bonus.
All planned from the beginning.
All planned from the beginning.
All planned.
Yes, strategic inting. Well, that could maybe someday be a thing with Pyke.
Maybe.
If you really trust your Pyke to be able to actually kill the person later.
You have to really trust that he's able to do that. Definitely. But now this Jax is going up against the Echo in the bottom lane. Xander seems to be nearby, and it leaves Scorcher in the top lane to duke it out with Dogmar. But no, the vote for Dogmar going in onto Xander of a story, but now the help is there. Has to Chrono Break out and is going to make it to safety. But no, there's not a whole lot that Scorcher is going to be able to do up here in this top lane against Dogmar.
They're picking up Herald. They got Echo split pushing in the bot lane. He's up against Killbot, the other Fed member. But let's find out who's more Fed. So I think Jax wins the fight if Echo initiates it, but if something like that happens, where Echo kites out the Counter-Strike, it does not look good for the Jax.
Pass there onto Dogmar. Gets the knock-up as well.
It's actually doing quite a bit of damage, but it's not enough.
No, it is not. They're trying to run to the tower again.
They're going to keep him off of it.
Nope. You don't get to attack the tower. You don't get the demolish proc.
That's kind of funny. His dead body kept the timer going, even after he was completely dead.
Oh, Scorcher needs to watch out. There's the stun.
Ooh, lands the stun, but
body slam away.
He has his ultimate. Can he get him low enough, though? There it is!
Does get the reset as well, and now they're going to be looking for Xander of Astora. It is not going to be able to get him with the pull.
All right, Solid Water had to flash away from Xander there as well. He uses that, trying to dodge away from the Riven combo. He gets the stun, but here comes Jax off the other side, and they're going to pick up the kill. And here comes the ultimate to the top tower.
And there he
Dogmar
goes, Dogmar.
continues his split push commitment.
I feel like this is, I mean, if he wouldn't have, dueled around, we almost feel like we're seeing a 0 damage Scion.
Yeah,
You
pretty
remember
much.
Zero
Yes,
damage
it is.
Trinity?
It's like zero damage.
I feel like this
yeah.
is basically 0 damage Scion right now.
That is what it feels like exactly. He is not caring about the enemy champions whatsoever, going straight for the tower.
Throwing himself directly onto the tower.
And I mean, given his choice of build and runes, or I guess they're just called not runes and masteries, but it's just the runes. Yeah. I played League of Legends for a long time when they were called masteries.
Yeah, I know
it's still hard to
mean.
get out of the habit.
Back when you used
runes.
to have the trees.
Yeah,
and,
the trees. I mean, you kind of have trees still, sort of.
You still, but there's like 5 trees instead of 3 trees, and 18 like hybrid masteries. But no, good engage from Scorcher onto solid water. Spell Shield blocks a lot of damage from
Oh wow,
Double
they're
Knight.
still pursuing it.
And
the
here
wall's
comes
gonna come out
Talia
though.
Coming in, Scorcher is in a bad place, able to body slam away, but the hook
Ooh.
from Silver Spade at the long distance there's able to.
All right,
pick
we've also got a 1v1 going on in the bot lane. Jax versus Echo. Looks like they're just sort of dancing around each other. Xander Vistoria gets the flash. Is he going to be able to finish off Keiru, though? He doesn't have his ultimate.
He doesn't have the ultimate, and Silver Spade coming in with the Death Blow for the shutdown. Oh, uses it to follow on to Domo Knight. Doesn't look like he's able to get the pull, though. Domo Knight makes it to safety. I really like the Sivir skin. It's really cool. The bouncing blades become like little pizza slices.
Yeah, I do like
so
that
cool.
too. The chromas have the different flavors of pizza.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Fighting.
Oh, he misses the stun. Neither stun from Killbot as
He's
well.
got to stay out of the ultimate as well as the stuns. And here comes Keiru, though. It's now a 2v1.
Ultimate is gone, though.
Jin's here to help.
No, he can't go back in because the AoE damage, they don't do a lot of auto attack. But the
BD Blake is the sacrificial lamb.
And here we go back to the top lane with Dogmar just wailing on the turret. Forgetting everybody else, just saying, I want this turret.
The strategy is all the gold. Oh, wait. Xander Vistoria in trouble here. He's going to get picked up as well. Top lane tower goes down, and they're going to get this kill onto Gragas. Yeah, they will pick it up. Solid Water gets it with the boomerang. A pizza rang.
The pizza rang. I like it. Oh, but Killbot ready to go in. He's like, I want this fight. Goes on to Silver Spade. Flashes away from the knockup. There's not much.
Dogmar is not helping his team at all without
No,
anything with
not.
CC. Every auto goes on the inhibitor.
Every single auto has been on the inhibitor. Good stun to block the knockup from Dogmar. And now they're just wailing on him. But now it looks like he's going to turn on BD Blake. And he needs to watch out. That's a lot of damage from this Scion.
And you got to be careful of this Pyke. Pyke's like not, I guess, specifically made for 1v1s or anything. But if you're at half health, he can definitely do enough to put you in the range of his own ultimate.
Oh, yeah. No, and it only takes one ultimate to start the chain.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Get that rolling.
Because it will do damage to people that it doesn't execute. So
Yes.
if you get somebody low enough next to the allies, it's really nice to be able to get the damage down and pick up the reset, and then just keep spamming it, and both to put down more AoE damage and to keep the chain going, keep the resets going. Oh, he's in trouble now though.
Spade.
Nice dash, nice stun. Ooh,
But
good
the
Jin.
runes coming through his Xander of Astoria is making sure he doesn't get away. Attempts to use Death from Below to get out, but good body slam from Scorcher to keep him there. And the explosive cast does get the kill, but on the backside, Domonite looks like he got caught out by Vote for Dogmar.
Pyke doing everything he can to try and get out there, but doesn't get away from the Jin W. It's rooted up, and chase continues until he goes down. Baron is up. Neither team has really been looking for it, although I'd say Vision. Neither team has Vision on it, but there's more Vision near it in favor of 100 Steves, I guess I would say.
There's a little bit.
Or GSM.
But
I lied.
Oh, yeah, GSM. But GSM also has the level advantage in the jungler. Scorcher's only level 10, but now they go on to Dogmar again, who's just going to ult to the inhibitor. He wants to take this down.
They're coming for him.
So 4 members of 100 Steves running to Dogmar, and the other 4 members of GSM running towards Killbot. It's a battle of the top laners right now.
Who can split push better?
Who can split push better? And it looks like Dogmar.
They're trying to stop it, but he's still getting hits off. Here comes Vote for Dogmar, trying to get the kill on the Domonite. Doesn't get it. Xander Vistoria going really low. 1 Q would kill Xander Vistoria. The passive runs out, though. He comes back in onto Domonite. Can he pick up 2 kills here? He gets the double kill. He gets locked up and goes down. BD Blake getting the shutdown onto Vote for Dogmar.
It was. Unfortunately, Xander Vistoria is sitting in the Chrono Break, so it took a lot of damage from that. That's something you got to be really careful of from Echo. That yes, he has a lot of burst damage from just from his passive, but also from his ultimate as well.
All right, during all of that action, if I were the remaining 3 members of GSM, I think I would have tried to go for Baron.
Yeah.
There was obviously a lot of distraction. Vote for Dogmar took out 2 people for himself. That's a really good trade.
It is.
I mean, if you could do that consistently, kill 2 people and you go be the one who goes down, like unless your team absolutely needed you to stay alive the whole fight so you'd actually win the fight, that'd be a good strat. I mean, it's 1 for 2 every time. Silver Spade gonna get away there.
But right now, but vote for Dogmar. Yes, does have a lot of damage, but he's not the only damage on the team.
Kairu's doing quite a bit of damage as well. Hit a few Qs onto Killbot there. Killbot doesn't have much HP or MR, but still a good chunk of damage for just 1 proc of that. All right, Sion, you heard the ult, but don't expect it in the mid lane because he's back at the inhibitor up in the top lane once again.
And he's wailing. It's pulling 100 Steves off the mid, allowing GSM to apply pressure there as well. And unless they can lock Dogmar up,
he gets it!
And now he's running to the mid.
His team needs to go for Baron.
You see him? He's running to the mid. He's trying to make it there.
Going for objectives.
He's going for objectives. He's trying.
Oh, it's beautiful. His team should have gone for Baron there, though.
I do feel like with the Sion ult, GSM could have peeled off, had an easy Baron. Yes, unfortunately, Dogmar wouldn't have had it, but that's okay. But
here we go.
Echo
Vote for Dogmar.
In.
Gonna have to retreat, though. Gets CC'd. Locked up. They're not letting him get out at all. He gets the ult off, though. Full health. He's getting chased down. Can he get out? It looks like he is with the help of that stun. Oh, Silver Spade picks up the kill onto Killbot. Vote for Dogmar is going back in. Xander Vistoria flashes out. So does BD Blake. So does Domonite. Oh, both of those kills going down to Echo and Pyke. Domonite does get out with the help of his, I don't know what it's called anymore. Still his Blink.
The Blink, it's the Essence Flux.
They throw down the Ignite, and Kairu gets the last threaded volley, picking it up. Arcane Shift,
Arcane Shift.
He got the Arcane Shift off to save him there, but his teammates were not so lucky. Went down to Pyke and Echo before Echo got finished off by BD Blake, I believe.
Yeah, and this is extremely unfortunate. Only Domo Knight up alive currently, and we see Dogmar once again pushing the wave in. Has all the props. There is right there. That's a lot of damage.
Nice pull.
Domo Knight. They probably could have killed Domo Knight right there, but
goodness,
Dogmar's
really
like,
could've.
I don't care. I just want the turrets, and there he goes, running right into the next one as well, using the ultimate a little questionably there.
Dogmar just trying to take this down. Here come the Pyke ultimates. Gets the execute onto the Gragas. But they're chasing, though. They start landing stuns onto Kairu. They are going to pick up the kill. Solid Water getting autos off. Here comes another ultimate out of Silver Spade. He throws down the third one. It doesn't quite hit the Jax, though. He's like in the crevice of the X, I should say. Killbot is going to go down. Not going to pick up anybody else. Here comes the Jhin ultimate, trying to zone them away from the base. It's getting eaten by minions. Domonite's trying to deal with the minions. The other 2 members of GSM get pushed back from the Jhin ult, but there are 3 inhibitors down. There are minions everywhere. And here come the first wave of super minions. Nexus at half health. BD Blake going to get instantly exploded. No, he's going to get away. Never mind. He gets taken out. The ultimate comes back and lands onto Domonite as well. He gets cleaned up. Here comes Gragas looking to stop them, just trying to delay as best as he can. Gets pulled by Pyke, and that's going to be the game before anything else can happen.
What a absolutely wild game. So many skirmishes going on all the time. We didn't even get a chance to talk about gold or leads or anything.
I know. There's so much action. Whew. All right, but yeah, so pretty giant gold lead by the end of the game, although a lot of it was in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, I guess.
Yes, in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Because the objectives really started snowballing after that.
Yeah, it was about 1,000 gold lead and then just took off from there. Definitely it was seen after Sion ulted to the top lane a couple times. Once he got that inhibitor turret, that's when things just started rolling perfectly for GSM.
Yeah. And then, honestly, the Riven didn't play out too poorly in the beginning. I mean, they did kind of win some early skirmishes.
They did.
They were behind in CS, and I think that was due to the Riven a little bit. But it went better than I expected it to. And Killbot 9001 did very well in the top lane. But Dogmar did a good job of, I guess you'd call it, staying cool. Because even in the face of like getting solo killed a bunch, he's like, all right, guys, I'm just going to be an endless source of pressure for the rest of this game. Just going to beeline for objectives. I'll distract them. You guys do what you got to do outside of that.
Yeah, and
And
eventually
he did it. And honestly, with how fed his mid laner was,
it didn't really
it
matter
worked.
all that
And
much.
honestly, their jungler as well. But like it didn't really, it didn't really matter. He just kept pushing. They had to deal with him and his 2 AP carries on his team. Did their thing. They carried.
They did. Same as Silver Spade, getting a lot of damage
Yeah.
in there as well.
Yeah, yes. Not to leave Pike out. He did an excellent job of making that gold lead as big as it is right now by
He
getting off so
was
many executes this
all
game.
the executes with the shutdowns and the shared shutdown gold. Definitely one to watch out for on this Pike.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we're going to go into a 5-minute break. Our next game is Vicious and Delicious
No,
versus.
yeah,
No.
and power flashes. Yeah.
Yes, Power Flashes versus Vicious and Delicious will be the next game. So we will see you guys in just 5 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to our continuation of Gold Week 8 for GetRECt Fall Split 2018. Yeah, I said that more concisely than last time. Good,
definitely.
good. Getting
better.
A
lot less of a mouthful.
Getting better each time. Okay, so we just came from GSM versus 100 Steves.
Yes.
GSM took the win, and we also got to see some of this new Scion strategy that I'm learning is a thing.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently.
I mean, I knew that there was especially with the AP Tryndamere, like the split plus AP Tryndamere build, like that's really what he would do is just straight up lane push the entire time. So I'm guessing that's just transferring over to other champions now.
Apparently so. For Scion, it seems to work. So we're going to be going into our next game, Vicious and Delicious versus Power Flashes. So without any further...
Aw, come
Whoops!
on. We got a 5-minute timer, guys, before we can get into game.
We got a 5-minute. Let's get right into a 5-minute timer. Exactly.
Didn't you hear that it's the new spectator delay? It's 5 minutes.
All right, so let's have you go first over with the blue side.
On the blue side, we have the Power Flashes. Wargenite in the top lane on Garen, Baby Carrot on Udyr in the jungle, Sworn as Swain in the mid lane, and Paladin and SP Pillars rounding out the bot lane with Varus and Leona.
Over on the red side, Vicious and Delicious, right?
Yes.
Yes. Diddly Wannabe in the top lane on Cho'Gath, Fuzzy in the jungle on this Kayn. Rewind it back in the mid lane on Zyra, Azir mid lane, and Constant Stutter in the bot lane. Xayah and Nautilus support.
Yeah, Nautilus is a fun pick. I've been seeing it coming out a lot recently. There's a lot of just general tankiness, and especially with an AD carry that doesn't have a flash or a blink, any sort of escape built into their kit. Like, for instance, the Varus. It's real easy, point and click, just... Oh, hey, look, you're not moving for a few seconds. Oh, but Fuzi in the top side gonna run into Sworn. Does grab the root onto him, and here comes Wargenite getting a little extra damage in. But Rewind It Back is here to help, and Fuzi able to make it out. Didn't have to burn a flash or anything. Good job of Rewind It Back coming in to help him out.
All right, so Zyra mid lane.
Yes.
What do you think? I think it does all right against Swain, if I had to guess. I guess as long as you don't get hit by E, I think it does all right against Swain.
As long as you don't get hit by...
you got hit by E.
Yep, that's it.
Can't let that happen. That's where it stops working.
Yeah, no. Well, okay, it's fine, like, right now, but once you hit Sworn hits level 3, you can get the entire range of abilities coming through. It's not going to be good. You don't want to get hit by that then. Oh, but here comes a level 2 gank from Power Flashes. Constant Stutter going to get caught. But no, using the Dreadlight to get to safety. Now it's Azir mid lane that's caught out. The Ignite goes down in first blood. Going over to the jungler, Baby Carrot.
I mean, strong move. Kayn has really... Sorry, Kayn. I keep looking at Kayn. Udyr has really strong level 2 ganks. He had the Leona come in with him. She's got a lot of CC early game as well, so... He kind of got stopped getting hit by these Rewind It Back, because that is going to be a death sentence during a gank, or just honestly after level 6.
It is, especially
because I really feel like Zyra would have the tools she needs to deal with a beefy, no mobility champion like Swain, right? Like, she has a lot, like, she has good burst, but like she really has a ton of DPS over like those first 3 seconds after she hits a root and a combo.
Leona stuns in with Azir mid lane getting really low once again, not able to do anything else. But a lot going on in this game as well. Sorry, you were saying?
No, yeah. So in the mid lane, I really think she has a lot of the tools to deal with him, and really his only tool to deal with her is landing the E.
Update the red.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so that's the casters have messed up twice today.
Yep, that's 2.
That's 2.
It's okay. We gotta give Jack 1 because he's rusty.
I am a little rusty.
He's a little rusty.
The last time I did cast, it might have been with... I think it was with David, too, and he was the one running the stream for me.
But no, Rewind It Back now, fighting KT Sworn. The plant's doing a lot of damage with the minions as well, doing a lot of return damage to Rewind It Back.
I saw the chat. I'm just like, they're just telling him what we're playing.
Here's the E! Trying to get damage onto Sworn, but it's not going to be enough. The Ignite goes down. Fuzi is there to get the return kill, though. But now Baby Carrot and Fuzi going at it.
Fuzi's in trouble. Baby Carrot does a ton of damage on this Udyr. Has to flash away. Deadly Wannabe here to chase him back off.
There we go. And now Deadly Wannabe trying to turn it back onto Baby Carrot, but nothing's going to happen. Dreadline hits the minion as well, but the root does come through onto Paladin. There is no follow-up, though. But no, going back to messes up, though, you haven't casted for a while. We got to give you one.
Well, if I get 1, then I'm already at 2, so oops.
Yeah, so that's how this works. No, Deadly Wannabe is getting bullied in by Warge Knight right now. Both have silences, but Garen isn't necessarily as hurt by not having his abilities as Cho'Gath is.
No, I would definitely say so. Cho'Gath early game has that E. It actually kind of has like a long enough cooldown that he can't have it on 100% uptime. Later in the game, though, you can't really stand next to Cho for too long. He basically gets 100% uptime on that thing. Here comes the gank onto Cho'Gath. He lands a double knockup during the stun, so that's going to help him avoid a ton of damage.
It is, especially the minion wave wasn't quite there yet, so all this extra damage from the minions wasn't there as well.
I mean, sometimes when you're going to get stunned, the best thing you can do is time your CC as well as you can to, like, hit them after the fact, so that way during your stun, they also get CC'd, and you can take a lot less damage. So, good on him hitting that double knockup on both Garen and Udyr after getting hit by the Udyr stun.
Yeah, definitely. And now looking at the gold lead now, this is a really close game, only 500.
Here comes some aggression.
Oh, Rewind It Back has a lot of damage. SP Pillars now coming in, misses almost everything. Let's get the stun there, and the Ignite does end up ticking it down. Zenith Blade was the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
Couldn't
Zenith
quite
Blade.
come up with.
So I think so right there we kind of saw what I was talking about earlier. He didn't start that fight off with landing an E, and Zyra was able to lock him up with that with her own E and deal so much damage to him, despite the fact that like his only item right now is like, really just a ruby crystal to help him be a little bit beefier. Until he hits that E, he has a hard time getting close enough to the Zyra to hit with the Qs.
Yeah, he does, and that's just and then the Zyra just has a full-on now. Zyra has the combo, has the burst, but then has to back away instantly.
Yeah. Because
then has nothing, and SP Pillar's there to fall in.
That really feels bad, man. The Leona didn't even hit her Zenith Blade. It
No,
just chased her down with Ignite and autos to keep her off the Swain.
And it's just like, oh, yep, bye-bye. And it's like, why? It's just kind of sad. But while SP Pillars was in the mid lane, good job of Paladin staying safe. Notice using the arrows, farming from under the turret, not giving anything to Vicious and Delicious.
Yeah, there's a lot of burst that can come out of this Nautilus Xayah lane. He can easily Q someone and lock them up long enough for Xayah to get off several feathers and chain it into a really strong E for the root.
Yeah, definitely. And now we wind it back, just completely bullying out Sworn at the moment. So I think we can agree that Sworn, if there's a fight going on, Sworn wins.
Oh wow, wait, Constant Stutter flashes, and here comes Kayn. Flash away from Paladin. He's trying to do what he can to help Pillars, but Pillars is still in trouble. Pillars going to flash away as well. Here comes the teleport. Probably going to get canceled? Does get canceled. They both get canceled. Both top laners. Gets an...
Fuzi, no.
There's the flash. Doesn't want to risk anything else. Fuzi didn't have flash, but was going to have the E-up soon. And the fight continues. Here comes Zyra. Throws down the ult. They get locked up by Nautilus. Here comes some AoE from Xayah. They're going to pick up those 2 kills. Constantiner will go down to Paladin. Rewind it back looking low. Paladin low on mana. They're going to chase him down. They're not going to catch him, though, because Swain's going to show up to chase them away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Diddly Wannabe going in onto Worgen Knight. They're going to both go in for their ultimates. Oh, neither of their ultimates actually get any sort of execute. They both get a little bit too eager. If either of them had waited, that would have made that fight go in their favor. They both pop the ults, though. Neither of them get the execute. And the last auto attack goes to Worgen Knight, picking up the kill over Deadly Wannabe in a very close 1v1. Ultimate onto Xayah. They get the tug with Swain. Here comes the W. It is going to land. Here comes the E that gets flashed away from by Azir mid lane.
Ooh, that was a lot going on, and especially going back to that top lane fight, I don't think they really could wait to use their ultimates anymore. Because
but obviously they could have, though.
They could have,
because
in your head.
In the head, no, exactly.
In your head, you're like, I have to kill him. Like with Warge Knight, he's like, I have to kill him now. Deadly Wannabe's gonna kill me. He's gonna ult, and I won't be able to use mine. Boom.
So if you ask me, Cho'Gath has an indicator under champions when his ultimate's in execute range. But he did it wrong. He lived. The indicator wasn't
because
there.
He was going to die. But here comes Constant Stutter with the dredge line. A lot of damage coming on to KT Sworn. And it doesn't look like he's going to get away. Oh, the flash does get
Wait, the Xayah flashed up and isn't going to get anything. Going to get rooted up by the Leona. Going to get taken down by Baby Carrot. I don't know what the point of flashing a Zyra is, because every single thing she has a delay. There's like nothing that she could flash after someone to get a kill with. Like if she, you know what I mean?
Sworn had
just
already
auto
flashed.
attacks. No, I know, but I'm saying she had no
cooldowns.
Yeah, she had no cooldown. She just flashed forward and only had autos. Everything was on cooldown, and even if it wasn't on cooldown, no guarantee of hitting there. So a little aggressive from the Zyra. Fortunately, Zyra's autos don't hit very hard.
Yeah, but no. Back to the top lane though. Deadly Wannabe had to use the beast though. He would have died before then.
Yes.
So.
Well, see, so I guess I'm saying if he got one more auto in and then ulted, he actually would have won the fight.
Here's Boozy once again getting into the middle of the fight, but the Ignite hits down even while the Umbral Trespass is going on. Baby Carrot now rooted up and going to die. The Stranglethorn's coming through and is also going to kill SP Pillars.
Man, and the Zyra pick is working out super well. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense as to why it would. Look at the other team. Garen, Udyr, Swain, Varus. Not a single one of those champions has any sort of dash.
None of them.
And so, like, that makes them relatively easy targets to get hit by Zyra's E, and it also makes it very tough for them to try and get out of an ultimate of hers, especially when you consider the fact that the Nautilus and the Xayah are really going to be locking people up in her ultimate. Her weaknesses in this game is going to be getting picked out by an ultimate from Varus and the E from Swain. They're coming in onto him here. He's going to get the heal, though. Doesn't get the heal. Gets taken out, but Constant Stutter looks like he's going to be going down for it to SP Pillars and Baby Carrot. Man, what a bloody game. They're just fighting left and right. Yeah. So we haven't really talked about it, but in terms of where these teams are at, there is a 2K gold lead in favor of Power Flashes.
Yep.
3 kills. They are down a Mountain Drake. Not a huge thing at the moment, but later in the game it really can start to make a difference. And when it comes to towers, no towers have been taken yet. First tower is still up for grabs.
Yep, but we do see a CS lead in the top lane and in the bottom lane of almost 20 in the bot, 30. Or getting close to 30. It's closer to 25 in the top lane. So this allows Wargenite to just bully around Deadly Wannabe. And we can see that by the tower being taken extremely low.
Looks like we had Udyr attempt to do Rift Herald, but got spotted by Kayn and retreated. Uzi now in the enemy jungle, trying to clear some wards. Running away from Baby Carrot. In his own jungle, sorry.
Yep.
Clearing an enemy ward.
His own jungle, but
hits the root onto Zyra, but Zyra goes full combo, throws down the Ignite, gets the knockup. The plants are going wild, and rewind it back. Turns getting hooked. I guess it'd be rooted and grabbed?
Yeah.
Rooted and yanked by Swain into a kill. Just sitting mid lane, pinging, missing. Feels very proud about getting that solo kill on Sworn, I think.
Yeah, that was really good, but he needs
to
watch
wait a minute!
Baby Carrot's coming in! Don't...
What are you doing? He gets greedy. He starts channeling the back. Baby Carrot murders him in the mid lane. 1v1 Fuzi versus Baby Carrot. Fuzi seems to be losing, but brings out the ultimate, pops back out, and is going to doesn't pick up the kill onto Baby Carrot. He gets stunned by Udyr one last time, and Sworn finishes the teleport, picking up the kill. Now they're chasing Deadly Wannabe. Deadly Wannabe flashes away because Garen is here. Now back to the bot lane. Paladin's SP Pillars really pushed up here. Gonna be trying to get some of these mid lane minions. Deadly Wannabe trying to hold this tower under mid lane. Gets off a silence onto both enemies. Doesn't hit the knockup. Going to get ulted by Wargenite. Wargenite flashes out of tower range. It looks like he's going to get out alive. They pick up a kill.
Yeah, they
cost of 2 ultimates.
It did cost them. But also, Cho'Gath used his as well. Wasn't able to survive, so that's extremely good. Cho'Gath with no ultimate, no sums, or anything whatsoever. It looks like he attempted to TP out of that as well. So he has no sums right now.
Both of these supports just keep looking for angles, trying to get a good engage onto the enemy AD carry.
Yeah, it is. And I say there's a little bit of edge to both of them. Constant Stutter's dredge line is longer than the Zenith Blade, but the Zenith Blade goes through minions. But here comes
ultimate, here comes teleport. Varus throws his ultimate out as well. Leona goes in onto Xayah. Paladin's going to have to flash away. Wargenite goes in, finishes off the Xayah. Actually, Udyr is the one who picks up the kill. Constant Stutter deep into the enemy lines right now. Trying to get away. Not going to make it, though. Oh, flashes into the Dragon Pit. Doesn't look like anyone has a summoner to chase him. He's going to make it out. Rewind it back is here to stall as well. Constant Stutter gets hit by the W from Sworn. Going to get picked up by the E. Rewind it back, hiding in the bush. Nobody walked into it. Nobody knows that Rewind it back is here. Kayn is going to get out, but Kayn continues to get chased by Baby Carrot. Baby Carrot not going to find him, though.
Looks like he is going to try and collapse onto the end.
Here's the 1v3 with the tower. Zyra behind, gets the double root, throws down everything, throws down the ultimate. Is it going to be able to get any kills? SP Pillars goes down, and Rewind It Back gets finished off by the Udyr. Udyr runs out, Swain still full health. Kayn nearby. Doesn't look like they're going to try to make anything happen, though. Sworn is going to get a bit more damage down. Hits the root onto the Xayah, but gets rooted in return. Big Q onto the Swain from Nautilus. Long range. Picks up the kill on the Swain. Overstayed.
And that was a huge dredge line. Max length dredge line.
Oh, wow. Going for the kill here. Level 11 to level 9. But taking a lot of tower shots. Needs to be careful. Diddly Wannabe auto ult would probably pick up the kill here. But Diddly Wannabe, yeah, does not have the ultimate. Who's he going to pick up that Scuttle Crab? And it looks like Vicious and Delicious are going to start looking to take this Rift Herald.
Yes, they
Maybe
are.
Carrots they might be able to contest here. Garen's a little low. Regenerating quickly, though, thanks to the passive. Here comes Leona. This is a 3v3. Cho got this coming down. Going to be a 4v3. Gets the engage onto Xayah. Hits with all the chain CC. SP Pillars picks up the kill with the help of Baby Carrot. Garen tosses the ult on the Kayn, but it gets juked away using Kayn's own ult. Uses that Skull Crab speed boost. Going to help him get away. Looks like Constant Stutter not going to be that lucky. Worgenite going to go down for the chase, though. Leona comes around the wall and is going to get the kill onto Fuzi. Not quite. E gets the heal, runs into the wall. SP Pillars can't follow. SP Pillars going to get chased away from Rewind It Back. Udyr going to pick up the Rift Herald with the smite. Jeez Louise.
I know, and all this while we have Paladin split pushing, and the bot lane is now at the second tier turret, and it's going to start wailing away at that. Deadly Wannabe trying to run there as quickly as he can to stop any of this damage.
Yeah, that fight ended up being a 5v4 in favor of Vicious and Delicious, but Paladin's been down in the bot lane representing Power Flashes, pushing in onto that turret.
And now it looks like Power Flashes are rotating around. They want this Cloud Drake. They're not going to start it without Udyr nearby. They do not know where Fuzi is.
Ult for Paladin.
No,
gets
that's
yanked. There's ults coming out.
Now we see Swain going in. The roots coming in from Constant Stutter. Zenith Blade comes in. The Stranglethorn Stout, but it's not enough. Sword pops the Zhonya's. Fuzi coming in.
Big knockup.
Now has the Humble Trespass, but doesn't do it. He's too stunned up, and Paladin knocks him down at the end.
Ooh, so unlucky. Had the ultimate to both kill Sworn and save himself, but doesn't get to do it because he's locked up by all that CC.
Yep.
That's a real feels bad, man.
That is. Good CC chain to stop the ultimate from coming out. And then by that point,
SP Pillars going to go for the engage here. Yep, I knew it. Gets the stun. Gonna get killed by SP Pillars and Paladin.
All the minions going away.
Even I saw that coming.
Off from that turret. Was not ready for that. War's Knight coming through on the top side, though, pushing this lane into tower. Not a whole lot Deadly Wannabe can do. He's just sitting there in the midst of all the damage. But here comes Constant Stutter now. Looks like they're trying to turn this around.
Constant Stutter trying to get the CC, gets the grab, gets the root, gets the silence. The Ignite comes out onto Garen. They hit him with the other ultimate as well, and the Chomp comes out, finishing him off. Yeah, looks like that knockup did land. Isn't there, like, if Nautilus is... Oh, if someone dies when Nautilus is still casting his ultimate, it doesn't go on cooldown. Right. Yeah, but if it's already on the way to them...
No, if it's on the way to them and they die, you get a slightly less cooldown.
Okay,
cool. It's sort of like a semi-reset.
Semi?
Sort of like...
oh, here they go, going and get on to Rewind It Back. Leona ult comes down, gets stunned following that by the Udyr, and just gets immediately bursted down. This Udyr does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't the tagline on Trinity Force literally tons of damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
is. That's tons of damage.
Tons of damage. Interesting interaction, though, that we got to see there. Zyra does get bigger whenever she gets hit with Leona's abilities. Huh. It is a thing. But Constant Stutter now goes in with the Dredge Line. Paladin getting knocked up and silenced, unable to get away. It does go down to Azir mid lane. Now the Umbral Trespass onto SB Pillars is not going to be enough damage now. But the knockup is flashed by Warge Knight. No more fight going to be had here with Swain in the bot lane taking this tower.
Alright, so Swain in the bot lane takes the tower, starts heading towards the mid lane. If they can make an engage happen with Swain close enough to assist, then the 4v4 could probably go in their favor. Though Gary gets way too aggressive, runs right under the tower, gets CC'd to hell, dies before he can actually do anything else. That turret is so low, one auto from dying. Sworn now in the backside, getting cut off 3 members chasing him down, but he gets off the flash. He throws down the ult for the HP, and here comes Rewinded back. Doesn't land the E, though. Throws down another E. Roots 2. Is it going to be enough? It is not. Rewinded back throws down the ultimate and picks up the kill onto Swain.
Let's say that the Demonic Extension and the Versangle Thorns both used there. Unfortunately, the Demonic Extension wasn't quite there. Just wasn't just enough. Oh, but
ooh, lands the hook onto Paladin, but the Leona ult comes out. Xayah ult comes out as well. The stun comes down. There's a lot of blinking health bars on the side of Vicious and Delicious, but they will be able to pick up Leona. They have a very low mana as well. They can't keep this going for much longer. Deadly Wannabe teleports in. Doesn't get to anything, except he might get Worgenite. Worgenite looking for kills, though, trying to clean up some of these health bars, but he gets CC'd. He can't find anybody. Can he get down the ult? He does get Fuzi. Baby Carrot's here now. Picks up the kill onto his ear mid lane. Worgenite's still alive. Now they're tag teaming Deadly Wannabe. Teleport comes in from Sworn. Not going to get... Oh, he does... No, he doesn't get any assist.
Doesn't get an assist from it.
I feel like the vision from Vision of Empire should count, but that's just me.
No, I don't think so. I think that'd be too overpowered. But now with everybody dead, it looks like there is going to be some rotation over to this Baron. It just came up. It is 20 minutes. So this is an extremely
really
quick...
good timing.
I know. Beautiful timing. It's almost like they planned it.
Honestly, it just feels good, man. I think that fight ended. They look at the 20 minutes. They hear the little Baron.
Oh, hey, look.
Like, oh, wow. Feels good, man.
And we're healthy enough to take it. We can go do this. But no, there's a lot of damage coming out from Worgenite and Baby Carrot in these fights. We notice it every time that Vicious and Delicious looks like they're winning a team fight. A lot of times it's because Baby Carrot just hasn't arrived yet. And then the moment Baby Carrot gets there, it seems like, oh, hey, look, fight's in our favor now. That's almost how it feels.
Yeah.
And it's almost a little depressing if you're Vicious and Delicious, just like, why? It's just a new deer. He's just running around. He's just a fast boy.
He's just a fast
boy. That's all he is. Right? I mean, he's got a stun.
No, yeah.
He's got a little bit of AoE, but he does so much damage otherwise. This Trinity Force is allowing him to just do work.
I mean, no, you're right. He's got like a little shield. He's got a little stun. And a lot of damage. He's a fast boy.
That's all it is. And he's a big fast boy. And it's like, let's lock him down. Let's kill him. Oh, wait, we can't kill him. Oh, no, things going right. Here comes
looking for a pick. Gets knocked up. He might get rooted by Xayah as well. Gets rooted. Gets silenced. Getting chased down. Sterix keeping him alive. Ultimate, though, gonna miss the knock-up.
Oh, yeah.
The what's that called?
Which one?
Kane's thing where it's like Scythe, I guess, kind of. Yeah, I don't know it either. All right. Anyway, Kane's knock-up doesn't land, but it doesn't end up mattering. They do pick up the kill.
Actually, it's Rast's knock-up.
You're right. Rost.
It's Rost's knockup.
Well,
let's get that right.
Actually, I guess.
Oh, but good Dredge Lane coming in. Does hit SP Pillars, unfortunately. The Zenith Blade coming back, though. Gets the stun onto his ear mid lane. Is able to get away from a lot of the stuns, but not
Sworn
the damage.
Does not have flash. He needs to catch, rewind it back. Wow, Xayah incredibly low as well, but is going to make it out of that fight alive after losing the support. Fuzi here going in onto Sworn. Sworn backing away, but staying close-ish, trying to put some more damage down onto Fuzi. Rewind it back too low to get that close to the Swain. The danger of getting hit by an E. But, wow, SP Pillar flashes in, picks up the kill onto Rewind it back, and it might make it out. A lot of CC coming out of Fuzi, or going onto Fuzi, but he's still going to get the kill onto Pillars. Gets rooted. He has the ultimate going to ult onto Sworn. Pops out. Here comes the Zanyas, though, and now Udyr is here. Going to run through the wall. Getting chased by Paladin now. Paladin going to pick up the kill with that something ground.
It's... Hey, no, it's Hail of Arrows.
Hail of Arrows?
Yeah.
What's the ground I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of Morgana's...
Oh, right. No, that's Tormented Soil.
I don't know what ground you're thinking of.
I think there's a
worked ground from Talia.
Worked ground. Yep, that's the one I was getting hung up on. Not worked ground. Hail of Arrows.
All right, well, no, but now with this...
All right, looks like Paladin's going to pick up the dragon by himself over there off screen just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Baby Carrot is going down there, but he doesn't need to help. He's like, oh, hey, thanks for the leash. I'm just going to smite that now.
Worgenite
need to do that
wanting to be an assassin, hanging out in this bush. He's got the Sterix, got the Trinity Force. So he's probably got solid damage right about now, and he just wants the Xayah probably to walk into a bush. And oh my god, it might happen. Xayah's close by, taking the wolves.
She is, but there were pings lying
Garen's
on
still
those
lying
bushes,
in wait. Xayah goes back to the mid lane. Nobody is on Garen's side of the map now. He is a lonely boy.
He is very much so. And they're trying.
Looks like he
really
gives it up.
Baby
He's headed
Carrot now
mid lane.
going forward. Rewind it back is really fast, but is not able to catch before it goes
3v2.
Knockups come in, and all the damage onto Baby Carrot. The Unbuilt Trespass is just enough damage. But now in the mid lane, Warrior Knight did catch out Azir mid lane, and he is going to go down with the Demacian. It's Demacian. I don't remember which that one is. But anyway, Sworn going in with the Demonic Ascension doesn't have enough damage to keep himself, to get anybody else, and also keep himself alive from the health regen. Rewind it back, going to get that kill.
Does everything he can to, just from the fact of getting chased for as long as he was, 3 members of Power Flashes went for objectives. And by doing so, they picked up an inhibitor, and they might be able to pick up a second one. They go all in on the Constant Setter, who's trying to distract him by himself. He gets taken out thanks to the help of Varus. Varus' attack speed insane after getting a champion kill. Here comes Fuzi, Rewind it back, and Deadly Wannabe, the other 2 members of their team, not here at the moment.
So all the
Stun comes down from SP Pillars, decides to go in on to Rewind it back, pops the Ignite, pops CC on to Rewind it back, but gets rooted, double root. Nice job, Zyra onto the other 2, and here comes the 4th member of Power Flashes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, not of Power Flashes. Wow, and they actually, 2 of them get away here. Paladin and Worgen Knight make it out with pretty low health bars. Whew.
Yeah, but that's not too much trouble for Wargen Knight. He's just going to regen up, and it looks like he's...
This game is currently 2 kills a minute. A kill every 30 seconds.
That is
actually insane.
Crazy.
That is actually so many kills per
and we
second.
See Wargen Knight, he's just waiting in that bush for someone to try and push this. He's just sitting here. He's like, I'm going to sit in the bush.
Someone's going to come for this wave, and when they do, I will be waiting.
I'm going to get him. It's almost like he's waiting to go for the inhib. Like, he's just waiting.
Yeah. Speaking of speedy boys, this Garen and this Udyr now have 2 Cloud Drakes. So for
like, gonna be very fast.
So long ago, they changed it to where it actually gives some in combat movement speed. So that's pretty darn nice for a Garen and an Udyr. Have 2 of these.
Especially because that's really what they want to do, is they want to run and attack you. They just want to go face.
Yes. Garen in the bot lane trying to pressure the inhibitor. We've got 3 members of Vicious and Delicious down here now. 2 members of Vicious and Delicious up by the top lane tower. Looks like they're trying to get collapsed on.
They're trying to get a collapse. Baby Carrot, though, not going to be able to find Fuzi before he backs. And now we see SP Pillars and Paladin coming to join them on the top side, while Wargen Knight is just going to sit here and put some pressure in the bot. Basically, it's a classic 1-4 with the mid lane, because there's nothing, but the root does come down on Wargen Knight. Silence on
Wargen Knight's going to be in trouble here.
Stutter isn't able to get out. We get the knockups coming through. Wargen Knight is going extremely low and is not going to be able to get the damage.
He wanted to run or get onto his ear mid lane, and thanks to Constant Stutter, he couldn't do either.
Nope, that is the one thing that is really good about Nautilus support, and part of the reason why we see it picked up is all the CC in that kit.
All right, they don't land any of their attempted grabs onto Baby Carrot. Gonna be going through the wall, though.
Going in.
Looking for SP Pillars, doesn't land the knockup. Here comes the ult for Paladins. They are outnumbered here, though, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop him, because here comes Baby Carrot. It is a 4v4.
It is a 4v4. Sworn in the backside with the Demonic Ascension. Rewind it back, being taken so low, but Constant Stutter doing his best to keep Sworn in one place, so Rewind it back.
Paladin's here to help.
The Zhonya's comes through, but Rewind it back is going to get grabbed and pulled, but not enough damage. Featherstorm comes out from Azir mid lane, and Paladin is
isn't able to get Rewind it back.
The roots come in. Baby Carrot is able to get away, but Wargen Knight's now in the backside. He TP'd into the base and is going to get Azir mid lane. Now they're just going to run it down mid for these turrets.
And that was, I mean, basically a 4v5 for Power Flashes. They won a 4v5. They took out, wait, he's going. What are you doing, Worgen Knight? Oh no! Rewind it back, runs back out, throws down the Ignite. Worgen Knight doesn't have anything he can do about it. Baby Carrot takes out 2 of the inner towers. I honestly think that they could have had a shot to win the game had Worgen Knight gone for the towers.
They could. I feel like they would have.
I mean, with Trinity Force, having 2 people with Trinity Force thwack on the towers, they might have been able to win right there. But by trying to pursue that kill on Rewind It Back, or at least just distract Rewind It Back for Baby Carrot, wastes too much time and ends up dying, down for another 25 seconds. But yeah, so Power Flash has essentially won a 4v5. SP Pillars in the enemy jungle doesn't have any backup, but is going to get off a stun and be able to run away. Baron is up.
Yep, but
We've got a pretty substantial gold lead in favor of Power Flashes. That's, a big part of why they were able to win that fight earlier. It wasn't quite as big as it is now, obviously, but they have had this lead for a little while.
Yep, and Sworn now back there clearing all the vision for them. Azure mid lane proccing the Baron, so trying to dissuade that vision clear. But right now, with that pink ward, we see Power Flashes do have the vision superiority.
All right, so they have vision of Baron. There is a... Can they see the pink ward in the back? They don't seem... They're hiding in a bush like they're trying to bait Baron, but there is a pink ward in the pit. And they still... I don't know if... There they go. Paladin now gets it. Yeah, your bait's not going to work if they can see that nobody's doing Baron.
Well, no, they did...
All right, pull lands onto Zion. That's going to be a dead bird really quick. Constant Stutter is now trapped here. Diddly Wannabe teleports into the pit, but the enemy team is no longer there. Constant Stutter getting chased down. Heal comes out to help close the gap. He is going to get that hook to help him get away. Sworn goes into Zanya's. Diddly Wannabe has to try to retreat, but isn't able to get away fast enough and goes down. Nice Zanya's. Rewind it back, now getting chased by Worgen Knight. Going to try to CC him. Try and prevent this. Deadman's Plate making him very fast, though. Jukes it and picks up the kill on to rewind it back. Constant Stutter now running Sworn and Baby Carrot onto the Nexus. It's unprotected. They know that they're going to win. They're just trying to get Constant Stutter first. They aren't going to get Constant Stutter first. Got to be the win for Power Flashes.
Yes, it is. Power Flashes going through and playing a very methodical game of League of Legends. Yes, it was bloody.
Methodical.
But, okay. Yes, it was bloody. Yes, there was a lot of fights.
I mean, they didn't lose any outer towers.
They didn't lose any of their outer towers. They kept the pressure up. So even though it was a very bloody game, it was a bloody game that was played at their pace.
Yeah. Yes.
And so they
did choose most of the fights.
They chose the majority of the fights. They went out well for them most of the time. And just it was seen Vicious and Delicious just allowed
so many kills.
Yeah, no, Vicious and Delicious just allowed Power Flashes to play their game. Yeah. And that in the end was their demise.
Yeah, so 50 kills by 25 minutes. So at the 25 mark, we were at a kill every 30 seconds. It's nutty. All right, well, that was a very fun game to watch. The next game that we have is going to be, let's see, I believe it's the Hardest Road and Bingo Squad Gaming. Yes, the Hardest Road and Bingo Squad Gaming will be the next game that we show. So we're going to have a quick 5-minute break, and we will set that up. And thanks for watching. See you then. All right, and we are back once again, continuing on, trucking through all of these gold capped games from week 8. So before we begin, though, we did have some like anonymous contributions. Some people wanted to chip in some skin giveaways for the
Hey.
streams. So we will be doing one of those right now. I guess we'll just do like an easy kind of trivia question. It should be pretty easy to figure out, but if you like, I don't know, paid close attention, you might be able to like get it off the top of your head.
Yep.
So it's just going to be what season of OKLCS is this? And I'm talking numbers.
Not fall.
Not fall
summer,
2018.
Not that. No.
No.
We're looking which.
What number? Which number of season is this for OKLCS? Incorrect. Somebody put 6.
It is
That's
not
6. It's also not 8.
Sorry,
Nice
Siren.
try.
It is not 8.
Unless I'm like super mistaken. It's not 8. It is 7. Congratulations, local dummy.
Yes, congratulations to local dummy. Does have
he already got it with 7. Does the 9 override the 7? I don't know. Just
no,
kidding.
I don't think so.
It is 7. Okay. Is Meristematic here? Because Meristematic knows how to get you the hookup, I believe. Or just message GetRECt TV and we'll get with you after the stream.
Yeah, go ahead and message GetRECt TV and we'll get you your thing after the stream.
Yes, you'll have to add somebody in the game, and then 24 hours later they can give you the skin. Just the way that they do those things. And I guess while we're just like doing this fun stuff, you guys should get team shirts for the LAN playoffs from the GetRECt store and support GetRECt. This is like the long sleeve option.
Nice.
They ordered for Lansnack to represent them. I don't play on Lansnack or anything.
You used to.
But I used to, and like maybe someday I will again if I get a little less busy.
Are you gonna bring back the Too Fast, Too Furious?
I don't know. I mean, Alex might bring it back when he gets back from Japan, so we'll have to see. But yeah, it's got my name on the back and everything. Jack Loves Lamp. It's beautiful. All right. Well, that's enough trivia / giveaway etc. I guess we can just pull this up and hit play. Yeah. All right. We're going to be getting into our next game, which is Bingo Squad Gaming versus The Hardest Road.
Yep. So this is going to be the last of the Noxus games.
Mm.
So we see Bingo Squad on the blue side with Zale 1212 playing Poppy in the top lane, Jerval in the jungle playing a Mumu. Siren is innocent in the mid lane on the Cho'Gath. Karisuta in the bot lane with free Siren on Lucian and Pyke.
Over on the Hardest Road, we've got Meristematic in the top lane on Maokai, Hulk in the jungle on Graves, Wing Nation mid lane on Ziggs, PG13, and Psycho in the bot lane on, forgetting your name, Jinx, my god, Jinx and Nami.
Yeah, no, hashtag free Siren is going to be rampant.
I know, I've seen people say that a lot. I'm like, free him from what?
Because he changed
his name and we asked him to be nice.
Because he changed his name. It was because he played Rakan mid and he changed his name
fun.
to You Lost
Just
to Rakan mid.
Yeah.
And so there's a little bit of like stuff that happened. So everybody, this is where the free Siren is coming from.
Gotcha.
From last week. I
know, because I was like, he was never like banned or anything.
No, he wasn't,
so there's nothing to free him from. But I get it. I got you. I get it.
Just a little bit of funny.
All right, so it looks like no invasions. Teams both kind of go to the middle of the map, scope out any potential invades, and then just head straight back to the jungles to give some leashes.
Yep, and we see standard starts. We started seeing this last week a lot. The junglers, especially auto attack reliant junglers, starting on their red side, even if it is on the top side. So this is something that we see from a lot of junglers like Kayn, especially Graves, who rely a lot on those auto attacks, more so than their cooldowns. But no, other than that, it's
pretty calm so far.
Everyone's
kind of just farming. Although it looks like Amumu is going for Scuttle. He might gank after this.
Possibly. Jinx and Nami lane looks really juicy. Not a whole lot of escape there if you can land the bandage toss.
Cho'Gath mid. I guess I might be a little out of date on the pro scene, but I don't think I've seen Cho'Gath mid much.
No, it isn't. Free Siren getting
it has to burn the flash.
Good knock onto PG13, forcing the flash out there. But no, Cho'Gath mid has not necessarily been extremely popular. I feel like this is mainly more of just, I don't know if this was a comfort pick or what this was in this case. Oh, but another good pull onto Psycho, forcing a second flash in the bot lane. So this is really dangerous for the hardest road. No flashes all in their bot lane.
Still just pretty calm.
It's
nice though. It's nice.
It's a nice calm after the chaos which was last game. Gives us a little bit of time to talk about things. We see Hulk in the top side.
Gets a little bit of poke down.
Nothing happened, but it does give us time to talk about the interesting skin option from the Jinx. We see Odyssey Jinx coming out. I think this is the first time we've seen that skin. Oh, but the Twisted Advance from Meristematic is not going to lead to much.
I mean, when Maokai gets into these like tank fights like this, it's possible to lose, but he does have like I think a pretty substantial advantage because they're really kind of a war of attrition, and he has pretty decent sustain in his passive, and it's not tied to any sort of mana cost or anything, which is really nice to be Maokai in this tank v tank fight because over time you heal so much from that passive, which is essentially free. I mean, it's like a part of his, overall power budget as a champion, but it's essentially free, and it's very convenient.
And some people say it has a relatively long cooldown, but every time an ability is used against you, then its cooldown is less.
Yeah.
The more people are throwing out different abilities and different spells, you just are getting an even greater cooldown on your stat magic. So this really allows him to be that tanky force in a fight. And this is why, especially in team fights, you're like, why isn't the Maokai dying? It's because there's so many spells being, used, and it's almost like every other auto attack is a stat magic. But Hulk coming in, Psycho does get pulled.
Psycho gets blown up by the Lucian. Nice pull from Free Siren on the Pyke there.
No, Free Siren doing work on this pick.
All right, so that was first blood down there in the bot lane. Siren is innocent, trying to get aggressive onto the Ziggs. Good trade there. Hits the knockup, chains it into the silence. No response from Wing Nation because silenced. And then he gets the enhanced auto off. When you pick up the shield, you should at least go back for, like, I don't know, a Q or something, because it does mitigate some of the trade. Wow, even more damage onto Winged Nation there.
No, Free Siren now trying to get
the hook. He does land it. Gets the stun as well, and that's going to be a dead Jinx. This time the kill going over to Free Siren. 2 kills now for the bot lane of Jingo Squad Gaming.
Yeah, if you notice, he was trying really hard to give that over to Karisuta, but wasn't quite able to get there. The Aftershock doing the damage for the kill. That's all right. I mean, it's only after 6 when people get the shares, but
yes,
it's okay. Pyke is
it's
also
okay.
a snowballing person.
Exactly. Pyke, it's nice that he can share the gold, but it's also nice for him to have the gold. Like on a different support that really doesn't rely on gold very much, they get their utility through just cheap support items and leveling up. It doesn't make too big of a difference, but for him, it actually does. So it's because it can actually be a bad thing if a Janna, like not that you don't want your Janna to be ahead, but like if the Janna gets like all of your kills through bot lane, that does kind of suck for your team because you really would want some of that gold on the AD carry. Yeah. For Pyke though, that's no problem.
Pyke is fine. Pyke does damage on his own. There's a lot of damage that he could put out in team fights, and he can just become a scary force in general.
So I think it's a little weird to see this Amumu in this game. Given the rest of his team comp. So Amumu is really similar to how old Amumu was, but they did shift some of his power budget a while back into having synergy with magic damage dealing champions by having his Curse of the Sad Mummy make it to where magic damage does bonus true damage. So it doesn't convert the damage, it does bonus true damage. Going for a hook here. Doesn't land it onto Psycho, but is going for the stun anyway. Flashes, gets the stun. Karasuta does get stunned up by the bubble, but it's not going to be enough. PG-13 just doesn't have the same kind of burst right now, so given that same amount of time, can't do as much damage as Karasuta. Karasuta picks up the kill, thanks to the flash from Free Siren's Pyke. Right, so given that the only other magic damage dealing champion in this game is the Cho'Gath, I don't think that Amumu has near as much value as you would normally see warranting him. You know, if you had a Galio mid, maybe, instead of a Cho'Gath, and then maybe even a magic damage, maybe even like an AP or bruiser kind of mage top person.
Yeah, so if, for instance, if you had the Maokai on your side top.
Yeah, if you had the Maokai,
Or maybe
and
if it was,
Cho'Gath
or maybe
even.
it was a Cho'Gath top Galio mid, or even if it was a Galio top in this case, just have a little bit more damage from those tanky members.
I mean, because I know of one thing that he synergizes especially well with is it's pretty nice to get the Curse of the Sad Mummy off onto multiple targets, applying that debuff, and then getting it followed up with an undodgeable Zigzult, because that is just so much damage. They can't get away from it, and the bonus true damage is just massive with how much damage Zigzult does.
Yeah, no, it might have been the case that.
Too bad they're on the opposite teams.
It is too bad. I mean, we didn't get to see champ select. It might have been the
Free
case.
Siren going for the gank here onto Winged Nation, not gonna get it. Nice knock away using the satchel charge.
Yeah, no. Oh, and Meristematic going in with the Twisted Advance. A little bit of damage going back and forth. Good trade by Zazel. Or Zale, sorry.
I also want to say Zazel.
I want to say Zazel.
Do we know somebody in the league with Zazel? What
no,
is
that's
Zazel?
Cloud9 support.
Cloud9 support is Zazel. Okay, I was like, that sounds so familiar. I've seen people say that before.
Support.
I was like, I don't think it's anybody in here unless they name changed. Doesn't get the stun
flash.
on the Psycho because the ult goes to the... Oh, wow! Does ultimate get interrupted? Is that possible?
It looks like he got interrupted.
I don't think I've ever seen a Pyke ult get interrupted.
So it looked like he got interrupted with the tidal wave.
Yeah. Huh. Correct us if we're wrong, but that's exactly what that looked like. I've never seen that happen before. Siren is Innocent still winning these trades against Winged Nation pretty hard. He has a ton of sustain against Ziggs poke, thanks to Cho'Gath passive. Keep eating minions. Keep the mana and health coming.
Yes, that's how that works.
Meristematic actually getting a little low now. The max damage of Poppy's Q really stacking up against Maris. Has no armor to reduce that. And I believe it's 8 or 9% given current balancing. It changes when they balance it.
It changes a little bit. But it is either way, it's still a lot of damage, especially if you get with both stats.
Here comes the Amumu. Both flashes come out. Ultimate gets missed from Poppy. Jervel going to run away. Wasted, or not passive, I guess wasted Keystone.
Wasted, sort of, but it does have a lower cooldown since it wasn't used. You know, like there was no auto attack afterwards. It does have a, I think it's maybe 1/3 of the cooldown ish is refunded.
Okay.
So gotcha. It's not super bad if you don't go at attack.
I mean, yeah, afterwards. And you're right. Like if you check out his boots there down at the bottom of the screen, you can see that it's already halfway up. So you're right, about 1/3 gets shaved off. It looks like.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. I mean, yes, it's kind of horrible just because you weren't able to get the gank off.
Well, okay, so if he had burned Maokai's flash without Poppy having to flash, that would have been a little bit more effective. Wow, Karasuda going in, getting some damage down on the PG-13. Free Siren getting close, gets the damage onto Jinx and helps Karasuda get the kill. And the ultimate comes out, putting Psycho to half health. Meristematic going in for a trade onto Zale. Zale gets the stun, also got the passive shield off during this trade for a bit of extra mitigation. Meristematic throwing down the ultimate. Here comes Free Siren under the tower, gets the kill onto Psycho, pops the ult, diving happening onto the Poppy here. Poppy's still alive though. The turret finishes off the Meristematic's Maokai. Now Hulk goes low from 2 tower shots from a charged up tower. Jerval kits here, throws down the Curse of the Sour Mummy, follows it up with a bandage toss, and he's going to pick up that kill. Good job on Poppy surviving as long as she did there under that tower. Able to stall it out for Meristematic to get killed by the tower. Hulk even takes some shots, and that helps Jerval pick up the kill, even without not with even using the Fury or anything, or what's it called? Predator.
Yep.
I can always call it Fury. My God.
Well, it's Predator, and it's a very interesting choice for the Amumu. A lot of the times, because Amumu is one of those champions that wants to dive in and like just not get out, we see a lot take Aftershock because then they have a little bit increased in tankiness. But so basically the safe man's electrocute. But in this case, we do see the extremely aggressive Predator coming out as well. But at first I thought he was going to, more damage, but it looks like so far it's still the more traditional tank Amumu build.
I think you're right.
I
so far it looks traditional. He hasn't finished off
like
like a
there's
Cinder
runic
Hulk.
Echoes or anything coming out.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for Cinder Hulk given those items. And there it is.
Yeah. So, no, nothing doing too crazy. Zale getting engaged on by Meristematic. The stun doesn't quite land, and the empowered saplings unfortunately he was able to dodge that because they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they really do. They do a ton of damage. I think that they are kind of close to Poppy's damage in terms of max health.
Yeah, once all 3 ticks happen, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's there's more like overtime, but yeah.
Yeah. They are max. Yeah, they're max health. I'm pretty sure they're max health.
They're max health. They land in the bush, they're max health.
And if they're empowered, they do twice as much damage over time. The second bonus is overtime. Picks up the shield, tries to continue the trade on the Meristematic. Wing Nation gets away there with the help of a satchel charge, doesn't get hit by the rupture.
Yeah, no, and they also stay longer when they sit in the bush. I think it's 30 seconds longer.
If they stay in the bush.
If they land in the bush, they stick there longer. And I think
and if you're like really good experience with Maokai in the top lane, I think making use of those for your trades, whenever the enemy top laner like steps close enough, you can get a W, cue them towards the bush to both slow them and activate the trap by getting them close enough for it to activate, while also slowing them so it can actually run to catch up.
Yeah.
And that ends up being like your optimal trade because you get off the W, the Q, some autos, as well as your enhanced E. It's pretty much all the damage you can do, not counting your ultimate as a Maokai.
Yeah, it is. But there's a bunch just constant trading up here in this top lane between the two of them.
Looks like Graves is going to start slowly one-manning the Rift Herald.
So he does need Meristematic to keep up.
It looks like a dive is
pressure.
About to go down onto Wing Nation here in the mid lane. We've got 4 members. Free Siren doesn't land it. Hulk is about to get engaged on by Karasuda. Dashes in, starts putting down damage. Nearsighted though, doesn't matter. Pops the ult. That's a skill shot. Flashes over the wall. Cancels the ultimate. Picks up the kill. Now Meristematic stunned up against the wall. Locked up. Gets knocked up. Free Siren pulls him towards the team. Gets executed by Free Siren. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Jerval in a 1v2. Flashes away so he doesn't get chased down or hit by the Jinx rocket. Going to get out with low health. All 5 members of Bingo Squad Gaming alive. 2 members of Road are now dead. Gets the pull onto Psycho. Goes for the stun. Flash from Psycho. Pulls him out. Flashes away from the Nami bubble. Lots of flashes burned.
There's a lot of flashes burned. A lot of ultimates used. The only ultimates left up are Cho'Gath's Beast and Nami's Tidal Wave. So a lot used in that fight. Unfortunately for the Hardest Road, nothing seemed to go their way.
No.
At all. And on the back of that...
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just Karasuda's dealt so much damage.
Yeah.
Able to really quickly take down the Hulk and really chained that aggression into using the ultimate well. As soon as the nearsighted came out, used the R. Obviously couldn't auto attack, couldn't see the Graves. So start throwing down that ultimate, try to pick it up. Has to flash over the wall to try and catch back up with the Graves before he's able to dash out of the pit and, basically secure his own escape, but gets it. Makes it happen.
Yeah.
You can cancel the ultimate and it does count towards your passive.
Yeah, no, and even though Graves did die, was able to pick up Shelly. So the Rift Herald is currently in the hands of the Hardest Road, and that is, I guess, a small consolation prize for them.
Small consolation prize. I mean, if you use it well, it's a free tower,
Yeah,
so, it's worth, I suppose.
It's generally always a free tower, sometimes 2.
Sometimes 2. If you have, like, a really good, push setup to go with it, then yeah. Oh, Siren might be in trouble here. It's so easy to just say Siren, but
Siren,
there's
Siren,
2 of them technically.
Why are you so likable, Siren? Why is your name so likable? Where's Geoing Beans? Hashtag free Geoing Beans.
Oh, right. He used to be Glowing Beans.
Well, no, Geoing Beans.
Geoing Beans. Okay.
It was an I, not
It was an I. Okay.
But, hashtag free Geoing Beans.
I always, at least for casting, I always pronounce it, the way it's supposed.
Glowing Beans, yeah.
Alex would usually, if it looked like a lot like an I to him, he would do that. Like Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush, for instance.
Yes.
Alright, Wing Nation trying to hold out this mid tower all by his lonesome. Gonna get yanked? Not quite. Wrong prediction. There are 3 members here shoving in, though. Poppy has swapped to the bot side of the map. Nice stun onto PG-13 from Jerval, but Psycho's here to try to peel. Gets the bubble. Curse the Sad Mummy comes out, though. Pike going to yank PG-13. Gets finished off by Karasuda. Now they're chasing down Psycho. Execute comes out from Free Siren. Picks it up. Here's Meristematic. Gets a lot of CC down. A lot of low health bars. They are going to pick up a kill with the Graves ultimate. They're still chasing, though. Nice rupture from Siren is innocent to zone them away. Free Siren gets the poke. Gets the stun. Only 1 member of Fusion goes down for 2 for the side of Road. Very low health bars on the side of Siren is innocent and Karasuta, though. Free Siren's still here. He tries to interrupt the Graves from casting that Rift Herald, and it's not going to get him killed. Not going to get him killed. He is going to get away. Doesn't interrupt it, though. Shelly now here in the mid lane, going to help them pick up a tower. There's the execute. And Zale might be in trouble. Gets rooted. Gets chased. The slow is down. Gets knocked back by Shelly, but uses Shelly to try and escape. And it looks like it's going to be enough. They are going to pick up 2 towers with this Rift Herald, though. They didn't win the fight per se. It was a 1 for 2, but with all of those very low health bars, they did have the time they needed to pop that Rift Herald and get not 1 but 2 towers. Good on Free Siren for kind of predicting that and trying to interrupt it, because if you do cancel Rift Herald, it's just gone.
Yep.
But wasn't able to get there. Did have to escape off the side. We did, believe, see Poppy Flash to not die there as well. So they do get 2 towers, burn some summoners. So at the end of the day, that ends up working out pretty well for Road. They are down so many kills in this game and 1 dragon. But from CS and that 1 additional tower, they're only down about, I guess it's like close to 4K now. And so like that's like a full item. And that's, when it's uncomebackable, is usually like 7, 8K.
Yeah.
But maybe probably 10K. So it's still within reason for them to be able to win, as long as the members that, let's see how the gold, we can't see how the gold was spun out.
Not quite yet, because Wing Nation is going in. Tidal Wave comes out, Free Siren is in trouble, gets the blast cone out.
Here comes the teleport behind them.
Jerval is trapped by the everything, and the Curse of the Sad Money holds him in place.
Here comes the Maokai hold. It doesn't look like it's going to actually root anybody, though.
No, it doesn't. It looks like
doesn't quite have the range.
Safety. It
Jerval goes down, and the dragon doesn't spawn for 20 seconds, so kind of a weird, what do we do here now moment.
It is. Jerval's going to be up, but if all of Hardest Road is there, they should be able to take it down before Jerval is able to get there. So they just have to be extremely aggressive. Jerval is just now leaving the base, so if they rush this down, they might be able to do it.
Oh, here comes Free Siren looking for some sort of engage. Poppy's channeling the ultimate, throws it out, doesn't hit anybody. Maokai goes in. They're starting to melt the Maokai, but it looks like Free Siren's not going to die. Doesn't actually, flashes out, but Ziggs picks up. Karasuda, that's huge. That's all of their gold lead. Now they're going to get cleaned up by PG-13 and Winged Nation. Free Siren escapes with the pike off the backside, but loses 3 of his teammates for nobody. And it looks like that's going to be the dragon. What a big swing for Road. Now they are only down 1.5K gold, down from the roughly 4 from earlier. And it looks like they're going to be able to pick up some pretty big waves here as well. PG-13 picks up a kill in that fight. It wasn't a big shutdown because Karasuda did go over to Ziggs, but gonna pick up a kill and a Mountain Drake and a bunch of CS down in the bot lane. Things are looking better for Road now. That gold lead is now
basically minimalized.
Basically minimalized.
It's
pretty close.
Gone. And this was it was just an extremely unfortunate fight for them. Jerval wasn't there for that, and it was a 4v5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's just about as well as you can expect from a 4v5. Yeah. Not
despite even having the lead. And they did a good job, I think, of getting damage onto Karasuda. Karasuda is a Lucian, doesn't have a ton of range, so they definitely abused that and were able to pick him up with the Zinks and the Ziggs and the Jinx. Free Siren in trouble now, had to flash there. Here comes Meristematic off the backside, gets the ultimate and root onto Siren is Innocent, and down goes Cho'Gath. Now they're going to start shoving up the mid lane.
Siren is not innocent.
All right, they are now shoving up the mid lane. They have all 5 here. There is a member of the enemy team currently down.
So they're looking to try and push this wave into the turret.
Durval's coming in off the side. Might look for some sort of 4v5 here, honestly. Nope, coming back into the base. He's still hanging out over there on the outskirts. They're doing what they can to try and push back, but you don't have a ton of wave clear with this team comp that Bingo Squad Gaming has. Not a ton of wave clear.
No, there is not. There's a little bit with the culling, but that's only an ultimate.
Yeah, there's a little bit with that. I mean, I guess Cho'Gath kind of worked, but they're short range too. In terms of, as far as wave clear goes, it's kind of short range.
It's not safe wave clear.
Yeah. All right, well, Baron is up.
And I feel
getting
like
a little bit of vision. You got to be careful by not having too many people back. Oh, wow. Has vision. Pulls Graves over the wall. Gets stunned. And bam, there's a kill onto the jungler. And I think with that, they're going straight for Baron. The enemy jungler is down. There is no chance for a smite steal. They do have all 4 of their living members up. Karasuda is on his way after a back. They are starting to put this down, and honestly, they're doing damage quite quickly. Probably in big part thanks to Amumu and the E. He goes out, he clears it, but he's not going to die. Out comes the Ziggs ult, not going to pick him up either. Zale tries to ult the Wing Nation away, but it's not going to work. Wing Nation's still putting down so much harass, and that and the Baron is going to be enough to chase them away. Now that we've got a lot of blinking health bars, they get spotted out by the plant. They're just going to back anyway. Will we see Road go for the Baron now?
I mean, we might, but Hulk is currently in the base, hasn't left it yet.
They're not going for the Baron. They are going for this top turret, though.
Yes, it does look like they're going to try something else first, maybe rotate afterwards, but by the time Hulk gets there, probably the rest of Bingo Squad is going to get there as well. So
they pick up a tower, and they pick up a kill? They got 1 kill.
Yeah, they got 1 kill in the midst of all of that. So in the end, a 1-for-1 and a tower. So I'd take that any day if I was the hardest road. Gold lead is now down to just a little over 1K, like we said a little bit ago. But here we go. We see Jervo coming in. It looks like he wants this Scuttle Crab. Okay. Decides to use everything on the Scuttle Crab. Looks like he wanted to try and get Wing Nation, but Meristematic caught him out. And now once again we see the siege being set up by the hardest road. And like we mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of wave clear on the side of Bingo.
Yeah. So they get the pull onto Psycho. Doesn't bring him over the wall, though. They try to get the Rupture. The Flash is going to dodge away from that, though. Good Flash. That Rupture would have been huge for Bingo Squad Gaming.
It would have. Cyrene is Innocent being chunked down by Wing Nation as well on the backside of that trade.
I mean, we're used to seeing pretty beefy Cho'Gaths, but this one doesn't have a ton of ultimate stacks and also is AP Cho'Gath.
Yes, very AP Cho'Gath. We see the Dark Seal coming in for him as well. Oh, but Jabal goes in, has the Curse of the Sad Mummy, locks down 3, the Tidal Wave coming out, and brings Cyrene's Innocent so low, ends up dying to the bomb. Now on the backside of the fight, we see death from below, knocking down Ziggs, but now him getting knocked down himself by Hulk. Now Hulk and Meristematic turning onto Zale, and there's not a lot he can do as he gets brought down. The slow coming out, but it's not even needed as Hulk auto-attacks him to death.
Can Hulk and Meristematic solo a Baron?
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter, because they're both going their own ways. Meristematic headed off towards the bot side to clear away that giant wave in the bot lane. Hulk trying to get the giant one in the top lane.
Yeah, it is. And with these waves being cleared out, depending on how much Meristematic gets on this one, that should, let's say once, well, we're still at just a little, well, we're a little under 1,000 now. So we see Road slowly starting to make this comeback and bring the gold lead into their favor.
Yeah, I mean, they were quite down earlier. 4K. I mean, it's a disadvantage, but like nothing too massive. But they brought it definitely back into any fight could go either way territory.
Yes. They definitely did. And especially with how well they play their team fights. Even though Jerval's going in, but they're doing a good job of collapsing on him. Psycho doing a good job of keeping PG-13 safe in these fights, just allowing the Jinx to pump out rocket after rocket. So I almost think Jerval is going in a little bit early in these fights, doing a good job of engaging, locking people down, but the team's not able to follow up until after everything wears off. So unfortunately for Bingo Squad, it's just not quite there in their team fights. We see the pings on to the Drake, and that's where Hardest Road is going next. Hulk and Wing Nation, along with Meristematic, doing a lot of damage. The rest of the team now shows up. Jerval wants to try and steal, but isn't going to be able to do anything. The Hook grabs Meristematic, and that's not who you want as he dashes out.
Here comes the ultimate from Maokai. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to catch him with it, though. Man, what a fun ultimate when you have the Meowkai skin on.
It's so cute.
It is.
You're just like all of a sudden, like any other skin is just a bunch of thorns, and all of a sudden it's meow, and then like get all these kitties just like diving at you.
Both teams trying to look for the fight here. Free Siren throwing out his Qs. Here comes the tidal wave. It looks like they have decided it's time to engage. Maristamatic doesn't have ult, though. He is going to get the root onto Zale. Gets behind him. Gets his Q onto 3. Here comes the Ziggs ult, putting out a lot of damage. Karasuda throwing out his ultimate as well. But nobody goes down. Just a lot of half-health members of Bingo Squad Gaming. They get the pull onto Hulk, but it looks like they're going to have to back away. A lot of big... Actually, all the health bars are basically full thanks to the heals from Nami, and they're going to be able to push down this inhibitor. Everybody has backed on the side of Bingo Squad Gaming. They did regain their health bars. Free Siren trying to look to get the fight going again now that his team is ready, but not going to happen. They are able to pick up the... nobody dies, but they are able to pick up the inhibitor there.
Yeah, no, good fight from the hardest road. Even though no one died, they were able to get everybody at half health. And now we see an engage onto Free Siren, getting down to half HP, and so much damage coming out from Wing Nation. Maristamatic able to pick that up in the end. Hulk just trying to escape now. Looks like it was caught out on the wrong side. PG-13 getting 1v1 by Jerval, and Karasuda picking up Hulk on the back side. Now we see Zale going in onto Maristamatic. Karasuda is on the other side as well. We see the Maokai going out, trying to survive. And now we just see Kale trying to peel for Karasuda. Wing Nation has all his abilities back up. The Death Bomb doesn't do just enough damage.
Wing Nation has used his ultimate twice during this sequence of events. He started it and got a lot of members on Bingo Squad Gaming low earlier. Then they pick up the inhibitor, and then everyone who didn't die but back to regain health starts coming out of the base, starts chasing them again, and then they meet up in this very scattered fight across river and mid lane. And just people keep going down left and right, both teams. It's just so all over the place. Wing Nation gets to even throw his ultimate down again at the end of it all.
Yeah, definitely. I think something interesting to note, this Amumu did stray, like I mentioned, tank Amumu, but did stray a little bit from the Amumu build, has the Shirelia's Revelry. So it's pairing that with the Predator. So this
super
Amumu
speedy engages.
is going a speedy boy. He's going very fast.
Fast boys. Hi, my name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. If you've
Yep.
ever watched those, the Dark Main
Basically,
videos, yes.
Basically, that's the old
that's what
Dark
Amumu's
Main
going
meme.
for.
So now we see Maristamatic fighting Zazel.
Wow, neither of these guys do any damage to each
No,
other
it's not.
anymore.
And the minion wave isn't really doing anything either. Between the shield that Poppy gets and Maristamatic is just tanky. Maokai doesn't do a whole lot of damage in a 1v1. No, right now they're both so tanky that their base damages aren't really doing anything. It's just a tickle fight going on in that bottom lane between the top laners.
All right, everybody's up on both sides, kind of just sort of spacing themselves, trying to get some vision across the map. Bingo Squad Gaming does have to deal with some super minions in the mid lane.
They do, and I'm assuming that Road is going to try and use that to get onto this Baron.
The tanks are just if the tanks stay down here, they can both very easily interrupt each other's teleports, and it just makes this rest of this fight a 4v4, unless the tanks try to run their way to this fight while smacking each other along the way.
Yeah, it is, and we see right now both of them dueling extremely aggressively, looking for any chance. Like they're not going to give each other any chance whatsoever.
They both have a grasp of the Undying.
They both have grasp. Poppy getting the shield, Maokai getting the sap magic. There is so much just regen from both of them. No one is dying.
Like eventually, I honestly couldn't really tell you who would win eventually. If Poppy hit both procs of like most of the Qs, then maybe Poppy could win.
Yeah, but Maokai's healing him back up again.
Yes, but Maokai's passive is pretty substantial as well. I don't know. It's pretty much just a wet noodle fight.
It is.
It would be.
It is.
It's quite some time.
Pro outplays. Look at these pro outplays right here. But in the top side though, we do see a small skirmish coming out. Wing Nation, as well as PG-13. Getting Jerval to about half health. Free Siren about half health as well. Oh, but the Balmy Center procs the turret. No. Oh.
Well, they are eventually able to chip down. Oh, wow, they get the pull onto Hulk. He lands the stun, and the team is onto him. The kill comes out. Siren is innocent, finishes him off. But big damage from Ziggs is going to finish off 2 members. But here comes Free Siren, starting to get that snowball rolling. Doesn't get that kill, though, so the chain is over. Karasuda trying to fight against PG-13. The hook comes out, but he goes down. PG-13 pops the heal, but with the help of Zale, they are able to pick it up. Karasuda manages to stay alive, but 3 members go down, and big part to the huge damage coming out of Wing Nation. 4 members go down on the side of Road, though. They do have to back the super minions that go down the mid lane. Are taking down, yeah, they take down the mid tower. They put the other tower to half health. That inhibitor should be respawning soon. But it doesn't matter because the super minions have done their job. They've done a ton of damage to the to the Nexus towers.
Yeah, they have, and we see Meristematic here. It looks like he might
He's just try to
try
prevent it.
Solo.
Oh, he's starting it. His team is on the way.
His team is on the way. He knows that Bingo Squad is in their base, unable to do anything. He does have a ward on the backside as well, and it looks like, even though it does look like though that Bingo Squad has this sniffed out. They're racing Hulk right now to see who's going to get there first. Javal does pop the Shirelles and the Predator. And here he goes in the backside of the pit, but Hulk does get the smite off.
Right, well, good on Meristematic then. I mean, without putting the damage down that he slowly put down over the course of everybody else running to get there, he did help his team secure that. They smite it, they pick it up. That is an extra dragon for them, and it's a big one. It's an Infernal Dragon.
It is. And
that's going to be huge, especially with this Jinx and these Ziggs. If they can stay alive in these fights, they'll be able to put out so much damage. Wow. Did more damage than I thought it would, but I guess it is an AP Cho'Gath.
It is almost a full AP Cho'Gath. The only thing that's missing from that build right now is
Rabadons?
Rabadons.
Maybe a Void.
Or a
Does he know what a Void Staff?
Void Staff, Rabadons.
It kind of depends on the other team, you know, like what they're building, what you want.
Yeah, Javal trying to run out of there.
I forgot that he doesn't get to pull him all the way to his body.
Nope,
womp womp.
Not quite.
No, Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank on the other hand, but now
wow.
Doing a lot of damage.
Whoa! Amumu going to try to go in on Hulk here, and they're going to get him with the Free Siren ultimate. Is he going to be able to clean up PG-13? He's been CC'd so much. He is going to get the double kill. It keeps going. Poppy ults a member away. Free Siren runs out the backside. Karasuda goes down to a nice root and ult. They land the bubble onto Zale. They don't have Jinx, though. They don't have PG-13 here to deal a lot of DPS, so they have to slowly whittle Zale down. Jervail's very low, looking for a bandage toss, though. Here comes the ultimate from Free Siren, just using it before it runs out. They get the root onto Zale. They do pick up the kill, thanks to the Loon's Echo, I believe, is what finishes him off. And that's going to be a 2-for-2 in favor of, I guess, really nobody. I guess kind of Road, maybe, if they can go get something off of this.
If they can get something off the map, I think it is, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that.
Pretty much even then. All right. Well, pretty long fight. PG-13 dying at the begin makes them take so long to kill Zale that they can't even win the fight as hard as they should have been able to at that point. The blue goes over to Wing Nation. Free Siren. No, sorry. Yes. Free Siren is able to get there in time. All these Siren people.
I know, right?
It gets me confused.
Jeez, Sirens, what are we doing?
All right, Hulk gonna pick up this red buff.
Yep, Hulk picking up the red buff on the other side of the map, not being a good guy jungler and giving it to PG-13.
Yeah, I mean PG-13 has dealt a decent bit of damage, but has also gone down in a lot of these fights.
That is true.
Not necessarily to any fault of their own, but
yeah, definitely.
They are doing Bingo Squad Gaming is doing a good job of getting onto PG-13. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and we do see Hulk doing a lot of chasing down, whittling people down with his auto attacks before the fight even starts. So giving him that additional slow to help chase is also good.
We got 5 members of Road up here by the Baron. 3 members currently for Jingo Squad. Derval is on his way. Poppy is on her way. I don't always know the gender of players, so I try to refer to the gender of the champions.
I feel that's easiest, honestly.
I know. I just try to stick with the champion. Plus, I kind of like it, you know, especially if I'm using the context of the champion's name rather than the summoner name.
Yeah, I definitely think it's easier in that
it looks like Derval's going to be able to clear out a lot of the vision here, except there is still a pink ward in the back of that pit. Trying to get they have not taken this mid tower yet. They have all 5 here that looks like they're looking for. Free Siren trying to get this pull off. Eats several turret shots for it.
He does. Is able to regen some of it, but not all of it.
There's a lot of vision here for the Cider Road. No sweepers. They do have the pink. All right, there's the sweeper. Gonna spot out a lot of these wards. All right, so no vision anymore. They do have a pink ward in the back once again.
I'll say
Looks like they have the inside track. They see Poppy over in the top side on those minions.
Yeah, and they know that Poppy doesn't have TP. TP came in at the same time as Meristematic, so they know that Poppy isn't going to be here for that fight if they break out right now.
Not at the start. Close enough to get there halfway through.
Well, yeah.
They're going for
the
very
beginning. But they are going to turn onto the
All right, Jerbal's going to get here. Can he get a big engage off? They're all standing on top of each other. Hit the bandage toss. He needed a bandage toss there.
He needed the bandage toss, but it still would have gotten stunned through the chompers and not been able to move closer. But all of the damage coming out for Road, the Infernal Bomb as well as the Death Rocket, everything coming out in their favor. Cyrene is innocent, almost taking out Meristematic, but the Stat Magic keeps him alive, and there's just so much damage.
Wow, so
from
many
the
members go
Road.
down. Hardest Road picked them all up and don't lose anyone in the process. So if he had walked into the Flame Chompers and then thrown out the bandage toss, it would have pulled him to them despite being rooted.
Okay.
And then he could have ulted on top of all
I was
of them.
just thinking the bandage toss
No,
through
yes.
it.
If he did it, if he tried to do it through it, I believe it would stop him.
Yeah.
But if he went and just walked onto it and then bandage tossed, it would work like Jarvan EQ.
Yeah.
It would pull him out, or he would be CC'd, but his champion would still move.
Yeah.
And so he could have gotten on top of them for a big ultimate, but unfortunately walked onto them, did not cast bandage toss, got taken out.
You know, I thought you meant like you needed to do it before he walked onto it and was like, I'm pretty sure that stops it.
Just needed to get a little bit closer to hit the ult on more people. And they lose the Baron and lose some inhibitors. The rest of the team goes down in the ensuing fight.
And now they're looking like they just want to clear everything because we have a Drake coming up. And this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, this is the big boy. This is the Infernal Drake himself. We're past 35 minutes.
They have 2 Mountain Drakes and a Jinx, and a Graves. This is bound to go down very quickly, and it does.
It is, and now this is the double buff for a little bit of time, and now we just have to see if Bingo is going to be able to hold this at all.
Yeah, because there is Baron buff, like, still on everybody on Road.
Yes.
See if it will go over to one of those members soon. We can actually see if they still have the buff or how much longer is on the buff. Oh, it just wants to show us the Bingo Squad players.
Yeah, there we go. It looks like there's still about half the Baron, 3/4 of the Elder. So there's enough time for them to run it down into the bot lane and take some of these turrets if they wanted to, or they could just, you know, group mid and make it real easy. But it looks like they're setting up a 1-4 with Hulk in the mid lane, just going to run these minions in. And they're just going to start taking all these turrets. They're just going to
I mean, they were able to pick up those 2 inhibitors, so now they can just kind of leave one member up there to keep the Baron buff on the super minions and send the rest of their team down here to just really quickly wreck these turrets. That Elder Drake also increases the effectiveness of previous dragons, which means it's increasing this Mountain Drake as well. Oh man, Hulk might be in trouble here. Gets exploded from half health at the end of that fight, but his team will be able to pick up. Oh, they're not able to pick up the inhibitor.
All the cannon switch targets. It's not going to make it.
Feels bad, man. One more auto needed to be able to pick up that. Well, from the Jinx anyway.
Well, there it is. There we go. That's the auto attack they needed, and that's the inhibitor they were.
All right, so this is a 4v5, but they have Baron buff super minions all over the base now.
Yeah, Baron buff super minions and has the Elder Drake buff as well.
Wow, big ultimate comes out, but Jinx is putting down so much damage. Poppy knocks the Jinx away, and they're trying to do what they can. They're taking down Winged Nation, but the other 3 members are still alive. Meristematic and Nami are here to protect the Jinx. They're going to be able to close this game out. That's going to be the win for the Hardest Road over Bingo Squad Gaming after a pretty nice, well, I guess it was a 5v5 or close to it, up by Baron. They're able to clean up some inhibitors, then they use that Baron buff to just sweep down the bot side. They lose Hulk in the mid lane as a distraction, but it's okay. They're able to win out the 4v5 for the remainder of the fight and close out the game.
Yeah, they were. They definitely hard fought that game extremely well. There was a lot of just well-played potential over from both teams. Fusion doing a good job in the early game, keeping up, pushing Hardest Road to their
Yeah.
limits, but then definitely good job of Hardest Road for turning it around completely and getting the bear and getting the elder and just choking the gold lead that they then
Yeah.
surmounted back onto Django Squad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams can get pretty discouraged once they get to like 11-2, like Road started out.
Yep.
And obviously, even though the gold lead, was building up in favor of Jingo Squad and up to 4K, that's not insurmountable.
No.
And they're able to, start to make a comeback. So don't get discouraged. Don't,
Don't ever
lose a
get
few
discouraged,
kills early
guys.
game and just be like, it's over. And I think we learned the same thing from GSM earlier.
Yes.
Somebody might just be like feeding Scion GG, after like the 4th death. But
Yeah, exactly.
But he just kept shoving and then doing what he needed to do, and yeah, never give up, never surrender.
Never surrender.
All right, so we will be back with one more game. I think we're going to give away the other skin after that one. It was kind of the halfway point, and then the end. We'll try to think up another little trivia question for you guys. Our next match is going to be the Piltover Pokes versus SEAL Team 6, which are kind of the unofficial OSU and OU gold representatives of this split. So kind of a mini Bedlam-ish.
It's our OKLCS version of Bedlam.
It's the OKLCS version of Bedlam. Yeah, exactly. So we hope to see you guys for that one. We'll do the trivia for the other skin giveaway at the end.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and hope to see you during the next game.
See you guys.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go with the final match of our Week 8 Gold Division. One more week after this week ends on Week 9.
Yep,
and then
it
goes into...
That's playoffs.
Yeah, and then it goes into playoffs, which will be an online quarterfinals, which for those who might not already know, the way it's going to work is the 1 seed from... And, if there are ties, then we have, bunch of tiebreakers. There are a few that Alex has decided that aren't listed in the rule already. Alex has always been the tiebreaker, I guess. So
yeah,
we'll just keep doing those. So we have some tiebreakers lined out, so that way we can determine the seeding towards the end of that. So the 1 seed from one of the groups, I guess that's a good way to think about it. Is like group stage kind of thing. The regular season. 1 versus 4. And so on. 2 versus 3, 3 versus 2, 4 versus 1.
Yeah.
And that's just so that we can as well as we can ensure the best teams are going to semifinals. And obviously, there's on games, there's off games, there's meta.
Yeah.
There's people can't play 1 week or something. You need to use a sub. There's lots of things that can happen. That's why I say best. But it'll determine who, at least in the moment, and that exact moment, who are the best to go to playoffs. And those top 4 we will see November 10th at the Tom Love Innovation Hub for semifinals and finals.
So, same place where we had it last time.
Same place where we had it last time. Hopefully this time with less issues.
Yes, hopefully.
All right, so I'm also going to shameless plug the store once again, since I'm here, with our links to the 2 mugs for these 2 teams, our own mini Bedlam merch.
Yes, we are. We do go get the mugs. There's T-shirts and everything else as well.
Yes,
go
you can
pick your sides. go pick your sides for Bedlam.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go hop into the game now. We have one more trivia question, by the way, after this one for the last skin giveaway of today. 2 more during the Diamond Stream tomorrow. So lots.
The wonderful 5-minute spectator delay.
Yes. It's got some more ads to sit through.
Yep, just a wee bit. All right, and so we see the last game of today. We see OSU on the blue side, Majestic Emu in the top lane on Rumble, Fronticus in the jungle as Jarvan the 4th, Kilgar in the mid lane as Echo, and rounding out the bot lane, OSU Alarm and Celercia on Ezreal and Nami.
Before I read this off, let's make sure that they're not running into each other here. They're not. They're both holding their ground. So over on the red side, we have SEAL Team 6. Alarcion in the top lane on Gnar. I'm Heimel in the jungle on Graves. Jobero in the mid lane on Lissandra. And Charging Badger OP in the Albinosaur down in the bot lane on Caitlyn and Alistar.
Yep.
I'm excited for our own little mini Bedlam game.
I'm excited too, yep. And it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Should be fun. I mean, I think both of these team comps. I think there might be a little bit too much melee, I guess is the word I would use on Piltover Pokes. Like they've got Echo, Jarvan, Rumble up on the top side. Not a ton of range. Ezra has some good poke, but in terms of where the range of his maximum damage output, it's not very long either. His auto attack range is just kind of average. And there's some excellent engage over on the side of SEAL Team 6, I have to say. Like a Gnar ult plus an Lissandra going in, and then, Alistar there to follow up the engage
or any
peel.
order thereof.
Yeah. I do think Albinosaur would probably fare pretty well against all these melee champions like this. I mean, Rumble, Jarvan, Echo, they all want to be in your face to deal their damage, and Alistar's a great champion for keeping other champions out of the carry's face.
Yeah, it is. Jobero, though, standing behind the minion wave, getting the Time Winder damage there. Fortunate for him.
Still trying to get used to this new Ezreal.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely
looks very different.
It's definitely extremely different. I've actually played it a couple times this patch. I really like it, but I don't like that they... Oh, going in onto Jobero
actually kind of loses the trade because he's not able to finish off that...
Yeah, finish off the passive.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite go in his favor. But I definitely like it. I hate that they took away some of the AP ratios, so the AP Ezreal mid didn't become a thing again. Made me kind of sad. But
occasionally they do come back to sort of buff those things again, I mean, occasionally. Like a year from now, we might see some Ezreal AP buffs.
That's a year from now.
It is a year from now. I want my AP Ezreal now.
It's my AP Ezreal, and I need it now.
Well, I'm excited to see how he does this game. We did see an Ezreal earlier today in the mid lane, though, and it had a rough time against a... Was it an Echo?
It was an Echo.
An Echo, yeah. So we'll have to see how the Ezreal does this game in a more typical bot lane setting.
Yeah, definitely. It's slightly more typical. However, though, Caitlyn is not necessarily...
Ooh, that's a good trade. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right.
Echo got a good trade. He didn't do so well on his last trade against Lissandra. This time, though, definitely comes out on top.
It is. But no, I mean, wouldn't necessarily say normal. We haven't seen Caitlyn a whole lot recently. But it's more normal than an Echo.
You're right. More normal.
Diving in your face.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how some of these fights play out. So much melee on Piltover pokes. Generally, that also means more damage. You know, I mean, like, because that's like part of the power budget. If you're able to be dealing damage at a ranged, you're either, you know, squishier or maybe deal slightly less damage.
Yeah.
So like having all these melees, if they aren't able to keep them off the carries will go down quite quickly. It's gonna really come down to, I guess, what Lissandra and Alistar can do to keep the carries up, and that includes Lissandra keeping herself up. She can self-peel and peel for others.
Yeah, she can, but I more so, and like we've seen Jobero doing this before, loves to go in with
gank onto Rumble here.
Yep.
They're getting a lot of damage down. He still has the flash. Doesn't look like he's going to need to burn it, though. Just retreats under the tower.
Yeah, but no, we see Jobero often going in with Heimel and a Larceon into the fights. So that would leave Charging Badger, OP, and a Venusaur to fend for themselves, you know, on the back lines. But with the Alistar, normally you see an Alistar on the front lines as well. So that would just leave Charging Badger to get attacked by Kilgar, or even if Majestic Emu decides to go on a flank, that just leaves him on his own.
Kind of chill. Looks like Jarvan might be looking to get in some bushes down here in the bot lane.
There we go. Let's flip that so we can see a little bit of the itemization. We see Jobero does have the minion dematerializer, which is extremely useful, especially against Echo. Echo's someone who wants to push the lane and then go elsewhere.
Yes.
And so
Lissandra's kind of like that too, though.
I mean, Lissandra is too, but Echo does it so much better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I would say that he could. Oh wow.
Aggressive.
Lissandra ends up winning that trade.
Good sidestep there from Jobero.
Yeah, really nice sidestep. But yeah, so I'd probably say they both have... I think that they both have equivalent wave clear, but Lissandra's costs more mana.
Yeah, that's why I gave the edge to
Echo.
Echo.
I agree with you, yes.
Is because eventually Jobero's not going to be able to keep up with Kilgar in this pushing, and that's where the minion dematerializer, I feel, helps balance that out.
Yeah. Yep, same page.
yeah, just same page, different words.
Yes. Gets the shield.
Doesn't quite get the root. Jobero did get level 6 just before Kilgar did, but was unable to turn around. There wasn't going to be enough damage to kill him before the
Larceon is 6 and about to go Mega. They unfortunately did not burn Majestic Emu's ultimate earlier, meaning that the Gnarled is a possibility. Ooh, good trade onto Jobero this time. These trades have been very back and forth. It really comes down to the players and how they play around it. Kilgar kind of gets a little bit caught up on that wall there, but he's going to be able to get out. Heimel doesn't want to get stunned, doesn't want to get hit by the Echo ult. Going to retreat.
Yeah, he is. He's going to back away. Now we see Brenticus in the top lane looking for a gank onto a Larceon. However, Gnar, especially in mini form, is extremely hard to catch out. Especially when there's no CC from the laner themselves. Majestic Emu only having the slow. Brenticus only having the knockup from the flag and drag, which is really hard to hit on in a regular case. But now we see him going into the mid
right
lane
onto Jobero. Getting low, has to ult herself. Kilgar, don't put yourself in too much danger here. The slow comes out, and actually Lissandra's going to be able to get away.
It is. Has to flash out of that fight, though.
Brenticus needs to be careful, not get too... Not Brenticus, I'm sorry. Jobero needs to be careful not to get too ahead of himself there, or herself.
So, but now we see a Larceon going back into Mega Gnar, not wanting to continue the aggression onto Majestic Emu. But I mean, other than that, this
Caitlyn, she is doing a really good job farming down here in the bot lane.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of CS
Look at that. Oh my gosh, so much CS. Charging Badger OP. Honestly, there hasn't been much aggression from the enemy bot lane. And to like, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense to like kind of get to free auto the minions. Yeah. But still, that doesn't mean you're going to get every single one of them. But Charging Badger has been doing a good job of getting a ton of these last hits.
Yeah, very good job on that part, getting all these minions. And now we see I'm Heimel down here looking for a possible gank. Doesn't look like it's going to pan out. Oh, Brinticus. Okay, good. We're safe.
Got a little bit low there, but he had some burst.
He is safe. You know, I'm Heimel wasting a little bit of time there, not able to get anything out of it. Out of that bot side gank. And is now going to go back and get some farm of his own.
Man, still so much farm. Caitlyn has done nothing but just like farm today. She has backed, you know, but didn't sacrifice much for it, so good timing on that.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of damage. You see the Essence Flux does do it, but a stun goes into Jobero from Kilgar, gets the passive down, is able to get the
Oh no, but he follows the E and then accidentally walks back to Echo. That could have been a deadly mechanical mistake. Alarcion gonna get a good ult onto him, I assume. Yep, there it is. Jumps back on. Majestic Emu trying to get away. 3 flashes coming out. Every single member. Alarcion knows he's gonna go down, tries to get the kill onto the Rumble. But they are going to pick it up. The kill goes over to Brinticus. Hits level 7 off of that. Now has himself a lead over I'm Heimel.
Yeah, he does. I'm Heimel has the creep lead, but Brinticus with the first blood gets the level advantage. And you know, as a jungler, we know this to be extremely important, especially when wanting to contest objectives. No,
still just a very passive bot lane. Like they're poking each other, passive. But
and Ezreal's perfectly fine with that normally. Like he likes to sit there and farm up.
Yeah.
But Charging Badger is doing so much better job in this farming game.
Yeah, Ezreal might like it, but maybe OSU Alarm doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe because doesn't.
Charging Badger OP has just missed one, but we jinxed it.
Hey, it's all right. He's got the. As long as he gets... Oh, nope. Okay, cannon secured. We're good.
Cannon secured.
CS,
they actually have it
CS
shoved up.
Cannon secured.
It's odds are they get this, but shoving it up makes it just that more likely that you miss cannon, making this lead even larger for Charging Badger.
That is, and that is a 10 CS lead, a little over 10, 12 CS lead. But we see that being mirrored in the top side with 4 and 5. So we see that the CS lead is approximately countered by the jungle and top laner. Now we see
it's going into Heimel here.
Yep, going on to I'm Heimel, but backing away. Good communication from SEAL Team 6, knowing that Majestic Emu and Kilgar were collapsing.
Wow, they're actually getting some decent poke on the Charging Badger OP now.
But there is so much sustain though from the Alistar. This was every 6 or 7 minions.
7. It's 7.
7. Oh, but the engage now on to OSU Alarm and Celercy. I'm Heimel's coming in the side for the gank, but Charging Badger's
teleport.
Too far back. The teleport from Majestic Emu coming in, and now they're forced to back away. The red carpet has been drawn, and in the mid lane, Jobero's going in onto Kilgar. Now we go back to the bot where the tidal wave just come through, caught out Charging Badger, but now Brinticus is in the mid lane. Jobero
all he needs is probably one Q.
He just needs one more Q. The stun, there it is, Jobero going down. No one else in the bot lane. However, there is a blinking health bar for I'm Heimel.
Kilgar as well, incredibly low. I'm Heimel, incredibly low. The only person to end up dying, you're right, Jobero.
Just Jobero in the midst of all of that craziness that was going on.
All right, well, no dragons have gone over yet. It's a little bit surprising, considering that it is Infernal. No towers have gone down yet either. Not as surprising. Everyone's kind of been hanging out in lane farming. Not too much aggression so far this game.
No, not necessarily. We do see Alarcion, though, getting a lot of chip damage onto that top tower.
And has pulled himself ahead in CS as well, being just a little bit behind earlier this game. So despite being 2 kills down, including first blood, their gold lead is still essentially even. It's just 200. It's basically the same.
Basically, 200 isn't really mean anything, at least this stage in the game, because we actually see CS going back to, all except for Jungler, going back to SEAL Team 6. Lissandra does have the Proto Belt now, does a little bit more damage, is able to clear minion waves a lot easier, but so much damage from Kilgar.
Heimel comes around the backside, and Kilgar gonna flash. Does not want to give over any kills to a Graves. Rightfully so.
No, especially a Graves with Dark Harvest. This is the newest patch, however, so this is the slightly nerfed Dark Harvest.
Yes.
So it's not going to be quite as bad, but it's still like not quite as good either.
Oh, is he going to ult him? He does. He gets the stun. Majestic Emu might be in trouble here. Oh, and Larcion never picked up the Q. That's important. That is a huge chunk of Gnar's damage. Had he picked that up, he would have been able to get a second one off at the end of the stun, also slowing up Majestic Emu, freeing him up to pick it up again for free, get off some autos, transform back to Mini Gnar, and then clean up the kill. So
with the boomerang and the hyper procs.
Kilgar has that Proto Belt finished. Jobero needs to be careful.
He does. Jobero is needing to watch out.
Majestic Emu going to get it to eat not 1, but 2 of the honey fruits?
Yeah, the honey fruits, collecting them up in the river before going back to lane. But we're just going to go back to the, stereotypical farm again. This is a very calm game going back and forth in gold lead based on who has the farm at the moment. Looks like Heimel's looking for something. Stops his back because he sees OSU Alarm back in the lane, as well as Brinticus at the Drake.
Brinticus clears out their only vision of the Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, and this is really, really dangerous.
Heimel finishes channeling his back. There is the enemy jungler here. So Team 6 needs to be careful. They do ping out Echo coming down. I don't know if they ever saw Jarvan, but seeing the Echo does prompt them to back up, so feels good, man.
They do. They probably never saw the Jarvan coming around the backside, but they knew he was in the area, clearing the ward, knowing that it's, it's like, all right, possibly 4 people. Let's stay safe. Especially with what that's been doing this whole time, staying safe, farming up. They have been doing that extremely well. But now once again, Jobero getting engaged upon. Oh, the re-engage again coming from Kilgar. The stun comes out. Jobero has to Glacial Tomb herself as Kilgar ends up backing away. Does have the Chrono Shift, but not wanting to use it as Heimel comes in for the gank.
I'm surprised Jobero didn't follow up there, but I guess could have been a little bit worried about Kilgar's potential burst.
Is probably worried about the Chrono Break coming out on the tail end of that fight. Especially because if, it went in with the snare, they'd have no... Oh, there's a flash, but you'd have to be pretty quick on the fingers to flash a Chrono Break.
We're just kind of hanging out, although they might find Brinticus here. Jobero immediately trying to get ahead of him, trying to make the pick happen, I suppose, but Brinticus gets a nice EQ over 2 walls. Back into safety. Well, like 1.5 walls. I guess he was kind of next to the first one.
It was close. It was relatively close. So a lot of Flame Spinner damage coming out onto the Gnar, but it doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot to dissuade a Larcion in these trades.
We're just kind of hanging out. Pretty slow game. There have been a few fights here and there, but even in some of the fights that have happened, players have done a good job of getting out alive. So, no kills.
Yeah, no, 2 kills. And honestly, yes, if you're, both teams, you want to get the kills, but more importantly, you don't want to give the kills over to the other team with how close this game is right now. And especially not give it over to someone like, especially on SEAL Team 6, there is no real bad, same thing with with the pokes, there is other than the support, there is no bad person to give a kill to. We see Kilgar on the back side. Nice Cataclysm from Brenticus, locking Jobero in after the claw had already been used, and Kilgar ends up getting the kill, chrono breaking back to safety.
Yeah, Kilgar was chasing the Lysandra straight up into the topside river. She threw the E back towards her own tower, but Jarvan was walking straight that direction, waiting for exactly for that to happen. The E was completed, and the Jarvan just immediately ulted on top of the Lysandra.
Yeah, and that's just extremely unfortunate for Jobero, because that's a lot of things, like, you know...
We have a 4-man gank happening now in the bot lane against SEAL Team 6 bot lane. Charging Badger OP, going to get hit by that. Oh, gets hit by the bubble as well. Gets blown up by Jarvan and Ezreal. Now they're going to start chasing the Alistar, but with the help of that ultimate, he's a very beefy cow, and he's going to make it back under the tower just fine.
Yeah, the Unbreakable Will makes for one extremely tanky cow, and now we see all 4 members that were there for the gank staying to put pressure onto this turret. We see Heimel and Abinosaur trying to do whatever they can to clear the wave, and it looks like for now it's going to be enough.
Jessikimu getting a little bit low in the top side. Alarcion is full health right now. He's going Mega. He has Flash, he has his ultimate. Jessikimu has Flash as well, however. Don't want to go overcommit too hard under a tower, only to get outplayed by a Flash. Jessikimu throws down the ultimate, trying to clear out these minions. Alarcion might go for the kill here. He's mini. Flash is less necessary. Uses the E, closes the gap, throws out the audio. Majestic Emu flashes, but too late. Lysandra comes up. Oh, wow. Brentic is going really low in this fight. I thought he was going to be able to EQ a lot sooner. I guess he didn't have it available or wasn't close enough to the wall. Almost ended up being a kill for SEAL Team 6 there down by the Dragon. Their second one-person pickup across the map. And so with that, chasing him off and that kill in the top lane, it looks like they're going to get both a tower in the top side and the Dragon.
Yeah, they are.
Nope.
They weren't actually able
just
to get
the
this out. Kilgar doing a good job using the Chrono Break, or not, using the Hextech Proto Belt on the minions.
They're still here, though. I think they want the tower.
They are. They do want it.
And here comes the teleport from Majestic Emu. Does not even have his ultimate up yet and won't for a while.
But we see SEAL Team 6 getting the first turret actually in the mid
Majestic
lane.
Emu does not have... Oh, this is going to be so much CC. They could have changed a little bit better. It doesn't really matter. They get... Oh, wow. I guess it really did matter at the end of the day. Because Alarcion almost died. He almost runs back into the tower. Oh, we got to be careful.
It's like, oh, hey, there's a minion. Oh, wait, never mind. That minion is dead.
They could have changed the CC a little better, considering that they knew Majestic Emu's flash was down.
Just a little bit, but
might catch Jobero here, and it looks like he is. Predicts the dash away, is able to EQ straight over to the end of it. Throws down the ultimate once again and picks up a kill.
Yeah, there's normally a lot of cheeky outplays Lysandra can do with that claw. But Brenticus has Jobero's number and is not allowing any of it to happen.
Gawk at this. Ezreal.
Oh, okay. You know what they got rid of with Ezreal?
What'd they do?
They got rid of You Belong in a Museum.
What?
You can't spam taunt You Belong in a Museum
You
anymore.
belong in a museum. That's
yep,
like
there's no more You Belong in a Museum. There's like a, I don't remember what kind of animation it is, but like there's an animation where he can randomly say You Belong in a Museum, but there is no taunt You Belong in a Museum spam.
Gotcha.
There's no more.
I think I have like, I think I thought of, this has nothing to do with Ezreal, but I think of a thought of a decent trivia question for later.
Alright, there we go.
We'll see.
There
it's like, it's really not, I guess just League of Legends related, I guess.
Yeah, but no, it's not like they took it away entirely, but it's not like you can spam it like you used to be.
They put the taunt in the museum. That's pretty good.
They put the taunt in the museum. I like it.
That's good. We like it.
That's really good.
Well done.
The cheese jokes are the best.
Yes.
We like them very much.
Alright, so both teams just kind of hanging out across the map. We did see a bit of action happen both in the mid and top lanes there. A few members get picked off. The gold lead has gone up in favor of SEAL Team 6, like just from playing the map well. They've picked up a number of turrets, and they've definitely done a good job of keeping their CS up. Currently, every single member of SEAL Team 6 is up in CS, and they have the 3 towers. So despite being down 3 kills, they have been doing a good job, I guess you could say, in the macro side of things and in terms of last hitting. Definitely helping keep up. Here comes Jarvan coming in onto Larsion, but Graves is going to find Brinticus on the backside. So now we've got a 1v1, and it looks like it's not going in Heimel's favor. But Majestic Emu doesn't like his odds, so they're both going to retreat.
They are, but it looks like they're going back in. Brinticus
he gets close enough. He gets down the ult and finishes him off. Heimel flashes away and gets away from that Ezreal. But now we've got Majestic Emu, Solercia, and Kilgar all chasing. Their flashes come out. They're really trying to get away. They hit the slow onto Majestic Emu, and with the flash and the slow, they're able to kite it out and get out of there without losing their lives. Several ults go down. Tidal Wave, Ezreal ult something. I don't know what it's called. Arcane, no. Yeah, it's Arcane something, right?
Yeah, it's not Comet. It's
Arcane.
Not Assault. Is it Barrage?
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I think Barrage sounds right. I will.
Oof.
Maybe someone out there can
we'll get it fed in. But I think it's a Barrage.
I believe you're
True
right.
Shot Barrage, that's it.
True Shot Barrage!
True Shot Barrage, not
Way
Arcane.
to go. Oh, hey, thanks, Wing
Thank
Nation.
you, chat. It's like it's something like that. Oh, speaking of General League trivia, if you are interested, there's a wonderful site called Sporkle. I don't know if you've heard it. Sporkle.com does a lot of quizzes on everything. There is one which is all of the League of Legends Ultimates.
Oh,
Every single champion.
Chobero about to find Majestic Emo here. Really trying to close the gap. Getting stopped by those Electro Harpoons.
Oh,
Gonna get intercepted on the other side. There are 5 members here to clean up Majestic Emu. I guess they're here for the Baron. They pick up a kill, although Jabero went actually fairly low from Majestic Emu's Harpoons, so it looks like he's going to back.
Yeah,
Echo in the bot lane, shoving in this tower, does not have teleport. Baron could be a real threat here, especially given that Seal Team 6 has 2 AD carries. Whoa!
Yeah,
half of
that's
the HP.
The new Essence Flux passive. Whenever you proc it, it deals extra damage, and if you hit it with a spell, you get some mana back, which is really nice.
Nice. Kilgar is able to pick up that tower off the bot side uncontested. I really think Seal Team 6 needed to maybe make a push or bait for Baron there.
I think they could.
No, I think they should have there. They picked up the kill. They saw that Echo was bot side. That was an opportunity for them to have either a 4v3 or if Jabero stayed a 5v3.
They still could have. Jabero did still have the Glacial 2.
Yeah, and I think that there was a good opportunity there for them to push for the Baron, or at least start the Baron, force the other 3 to come contest, and then engage on them with Jabero.
Yeah, definitely. I can see your point there.
But little things sometimes. Like sometimes you don't want to take the risks, but sometimes you gotta.
I'll say if you're Joe Barrow, you're just like, I kind of want to back, guys.
Is it a risk if it's calculated? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he wanted to back. He wanted to back. Left his team behind.
Didn't necessarily want to take that fight.
All right, we've got a second Infernal Dragon up. Second Dragon of the game. Second Infernal Dragon of the game.
I'll say I think it's funny that in the one game that it's the chillest, we have the Fighting Drakes.
Yes, we do. We have the Fighting Drakes in the chillest game. Maybe the game secretly, there's some code out there that's like, if nobody's killing each other, give them some Infernal Drakes. We'll try to get them going. Yeah.
That'll get them to fight.
All right, the dragon's already been started. Jarvan is already in the back of the pit. Oh, never mind. He didn't start it. He just was in the pit. And then he left the pit.
Goodbye.
All right, well, there is one ward in the pit. It doesn't look like they're going for it, though. They want to clear out the vision. I'm Heimel coming down towards this large minion wave alongside Lysandra.
I'll say it looks now, with that sweeper that is going to get it.
It's alive.
It's alive. It is alive.
They have vision.
But they are going to start it anyway. Seal Team 6 is going to start this up.
Brinticus is going to go for a smite still, but he's in there way early. He's going to get knocked away from the pit. The smite goes down, and Brinticus goes down as well. But now they're chasing down Charging Badger. He's going to get away, but not from a Majestic Emu who's going to clean him up. The bubble lands, but not the burst from Ezreal. Albinosaur walking back towards his team. 1-for-1, but a second Infernal Drake over to Seal Team 6. Majestic Emu was exceptionally fast there. Was that just him running with his own speed boost or something else?
He teleported from base.
So he must have
had the home
guard. Okay, I was like, he started out that engage so fast that I was like, what the heck? Okay, but yeah, it helps him get closer to Charging Badger, and then able to use his own speed boost and clean Charging Badger up. A really good play around that dragon. Honestly, Brenticus, I think, should have just gone in for the 50-50 smite steal, because it didn't look like his team was ready for the full-on fight to happen. He goes in, he gets ulted by Jabero, while stunned and knocked away from the pit by Albanosaur. His team cleans up the dragon, turns around and focuses down Brenticus. He is the only member of his team to go down, though. The rest of his team does show up after he dies and after the dragon die, and are able to turn it into a 1v1.
Yeah, I do think it's a good, like, you know, it was a good thought. Partially because there's so much burst. Heimel has a lot of burst. Jovera has a lot of burst in that. So, you know, there's a chance that he's like, I need to make sure I actually get in there before the burst happens, as opposed to reacting to the burst. So,
I think that what they were going for was to try to kill them all before they took the dragon.
That also definitely is the greatest CC.
I think that's what they might have been going for, but they just weren't close enough to make it happen. Heimel dashes out. He's kiting away Brenticus. Brenticus doesn't. Oh, the tip of that ultimate is going to pick him up. Brenticus comes back up out of that GA, which was his first item outside of his jungle item completed. Charging Badger all alone over here. Needs to not get stunned by Kilgar. He's not going to get stunned, but his E does not land onto Kilgar. Charging Badger gets murdered by Kilgar. Abinosaur is going to be the next to fall. Kilgar picking up that kill as well. Here comes the tidal wave. Not going to hit Gnar, however. Lissandra trying to come back up towards the mid lane, trying to help her team out. The tower goes down in favor of OSU. Piltover Pokes. Sorry, their tag is OSU. In favor of Piltover Pokes. Meanwhile, Rumble sitting in the top lane, shoving in these waves, trying to push up. They clear out these minions. They have another minion wave on the way. Lissandra is now close enough to assist, but it looks like they're just going to make the call to head straight up into the jungle, and the top side going to help Rumble out with this wave that he's been shoving up for a little while and try to turn that into a second tower, which would even up the turrets count for the game, and I believe even up the gold lead, because they did pick up a good bit of gold from those kills, and with the addition of this tower, the gold lead should be basically even. And yeah,
it's fine.
It's like half a K. It's pretty much even. So, Piltover Pokes, after falling behind for quite a big chunk of the game due to CS and towers, they now have evened up the towers and have brought that that gold differential back to around 1,000 or a little less. So, good on them, making a comeback. But unfortunately for them, there have been 2 Infernal Drakes picked up for SEAL Team 6. And that's going to make things a little complicated, because even if they start to mount a comeback, they can't do anything to take that away from SEAL Team 6 or provide themselves with the same benefit unless there happen to be 2 more Infernal Dragons which spawn, which is not possible.
Yeah.
3 is the max.
Only 3 is the max, and it's really unfortunate, especially when you're against someone like a Caitlyn, who's just going to be sitting on that back line and just wailing away on your team. Fortunately, so far, Kilgar has been doing a really good job of getting to that back line. Like we saw it was more a skirmish rather than a team fight. But all laning phase, he was in Jobero's face. In this last fight, Charging Badger was dead before the fight even broke out. So, like, it depends on if Kilgar is still able to do this and put all this pressure onto the carries.
Yeah, and I mean, the carries from SEAL Team 6 have a ton of farm, both getting close to 300 at 30 minutes. They have 2 Infernal Drakes, and they have an Alistar to help heal for them. And every single threat the enemy has is melee, and they have Alistar, Lissandra. So I really feel like things should be shaping up well for them. Obviously there can be like it would take a good engage or maybe poor peeling. Good engage from Piltover Pokes or poor peeling from SEAL Team 6, or some maybe combination of the two. Yeah, or exactly, or a little bit of both. Maybe some combination of the two is what's going to really decide some of these fights. Because I mean, a good engage could eliminate the carries before they can really, start to pop off using their gold lead in those Infernals. Wow, if he hits the Q, nope. I wanted to see how big the burst was. Earlier, he chunked Charging Badger OP for half with those 2 moves.
He did. Abinosaur and Heimel sitting on the side, but Heimel shows himself by dashing over the wall.
Got a 4-man ball here in the mid lane. They still have a slight gold lead as well as the 2 Infernals. So in terms of combat, they should be a little ahead. Is Jovera going in? He is going in. He gets the double root and ults himself to dodge out from Brinticus' damage. And now the chase is on. Kilgar getting taken out. Wow! Blows up Heimel. Just absolutely explodes him with that ultimate and then I think one other ability. Now a 1v1 going on in the top lane, but who's going to win? Ooh, that's a missed harpoon. That's terrible for Majestic Emu. He needed that slow. Flash ult comes out, followed up by another stun, followed up by the Q. Majestic Emu finally released from the CC, but it's not enough. Alarcio gets back on top of him and finishes him off, winning the 1v1. Now down in the mid lane, we've got 3v3. Member dead for each team. 2 members dead, I guess, if you count the 1v1 in the top lane. 3v3 here in the mid lane. Things are looking good, though. They have the peel and they have the 2 pretty fed on CS carries. Brinticus looking for an engage, but he's at half health. He needs to be careful.
He does have the Cataclysm, though, if he is looking for something.
They do have Caitlyn traps over the edge there. Jovera does decide to go in, pops down the ult, it's off, cooldown, and they blow up Nami. Brinticus goes in on the backside, but gets picked off by Caitlyn, who actually also picked up the kill, but it was Jovera who did the blowing up. And now they're heading straight for Baron. They just picked up 2 very important members of the Piltover Pokes. The jungler for the Smite Steal and their engage in both the Tidal Wave and the Cataclysm. Although Alarcion getting caught out, throws down the ult, tries to jump away. He jukes away from a Q, but Kilgar going to catch him. Now they're going to start to turn their attention towards this Baron. Albinosaur going very low from the Baron. Jabero half health as well. Charging Badger and Heimel both full on health though. Gonna get picked off. Oh my goodness. And all the kills are coming out. And that's going to go over. Heimel doesn't get the smite or the pickup. Emu's going to finish it off when it has 77 health remaining. The ultimates come out
early.
Yeah, just I think, yeah, you're right. I think the smite came out a smidge early, unfortunately for OU, but fortunately for Piltover Pokes. So they're going to pick up several kills, and the Baron, in a moment that was like looking like a good moment. I think they should have peeled away from the Drip Baron there. It was only at half health and the other team was engaging. That should have been a full peel kind of moment. They lost Jobero very quickly to the burst, who was only at half health.
Yeah, and then quickly to follow was the Albinosaur as well. I feel like definitely as soon as Alarcion died, they should have backed off of that Baron. Because now the tables have been reversed. And we see, once again, we see Piltover Pokes pushing their... Well, they don't really have a lead, but just putting all their pressure in the right place.
Alright, so the next dragon is about to spawn. They pick, or it is spawned. They pick up the Scuttle Crab. They pick up the dragon. Steel Team 6 a little bit scrambling, trying to regain some lost ground now because after things were once again looking really good for SEAL Team 6, they lose out on that Baron, and now the gold lead is back to basically 1K once again. Piltover Pokes continuing to come back every time after every setback.
Yeah, they have, and it seems like just because the Steel Team 6 does get an upper hand, sort of like with the hardest road game. Like, it's not as big of a gold deficit, but the Piltover Pokes are not letting this get to them at all. And a lot of the CS that is happening currently is there's not a whole lot. Wait, hold up. What? Brinticus doesn't have... Oh, that's right. Brinticus doesn't have Baron because he was up. He wasn't up yet when the team took it, right?
I believe he and Alarm were dead.
Okay. But no,
Alarm has it. So it must have been really close. Because
Okay.
Alarm was dead close to the same time. So
it was. I was like, I thought was
Brinticus.
Did Brinticus just missed it? He was dead. He was did. But we see Kilgar going in now, trying to jump into the team. The equalizer coming out. Penalty the Albinosaur extremely low. The Redemption comes in on the backside. Does get Brinticus is GA, but
nice
then
trap.
Yeah, but then the trap from Charging Badger is able to finish the kill. In the meantime, the minions are getting pushed in, and the tower has gone down in favor of the Piltover Pokes.
So Brinticus goes down in exchange for Jobero and the Albinosaur. The Baron minions are still here, and they're still aggressing on this tower. Kilgar goes in for a bit of damage onto it, so does Alarm. They both jump back out. Alarcion looking for some engage here. Out comes some damage, blocked by Kilgar. And finally, that enhanced cannon mini goes down.
It does, and that tower is looking very much worse for wear at the moment. Kilgar using the Chrono Break, getting back to the safety of his team, but it looks like he's going to dash in. That is a lot of damage coming out from his auto attack with the Lich Bane.
Oh, for sure. All right, so they've taken the tower, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get this inhibitor. The members of SEAL Team 6 have respawned. Their members have respawned as well, but they're all the way back in the base. Brenticus heading towards the bot side to clear out this very large mini wave that's about to crash into this bot side tower.
So SEAL Team 6 doing a good job of responding, sending their whole team minus Charging Badger. Charging Badger going into the mid lane to clear up this farm, making sure the inhibitor is safe. So right now there's not a lot of objectives. Baron has now worn out. So Baron is no longer...
And the gold lead is still like basically even. Like it's still within 1k.
It's still extremely even on the gold lead. Not a whole lot to talk about there. So this game can go either way. It's going to be a tip of the hat.
It was close for a little while. Then we saw a substantial gold lead for SEAL Team 6. And then on several occasions, OSU has won fights to bring the their gold lead basically back, the gold lead basically back to neutral. So they've been behind for much of the game. This is one of the first times in this later half of the game that we've seen them actually surpass SEAL Team 6's gold lead. Or gold. Wow, big poke onto Heimel there.
And it gave OSU Alarm a small elixir of his own.
Oh yeah.
You gotta love getting those elixirs.
Ezreal doesn't have Guardian's Angel or anything, but he does have the stopwatch, so that could be pretty big for this next fight for him.
His stopwatch is good. Is going the double tier route with Trinity Force.
Lots of damage, lots of mana.
So lots and lots of damage, lots of mana to be able to do that, and a lot of CDR.
Is this going to be an engage? It is the engage. Gets the root off. Uses the ult on himself. Well. Out comes the tidal wave. Out comes the Caitlyn ult. They are going to pick up Brenticus. Jobero throws down the Zanyas. Can he stay alive? It looks like he can. Heimel goes very low, and here comes Kilgar off the side. Everyone's incredibly low, and he picks up Heimel. Now he picks up Albinosaur. Alarcion gets off a big ultimate, but the rest of his team is already dead. He gets exhausted and gets chased down by the remainder of the Pilt over pokes. Now they're shoving into the base. They're taking the inhibitor. Jobero and Charging Badger OP, the only members remaining. It is a 2v4.
And of those two people, like both of those people are the members of SEAL Team 6 that Kilgar has been shown to just 100% demolish.
They don't have any minions here, so they have to be a little careful. Charging Badger OP and Jobero have a lot of terrain to hide around here this close to the base. Actually going in, Jobero pops everything, and it pops the ult. He goes down at the end, but the person that stuck around to finish off Lysandra after the ult gets cleaned up by Charging Badger OP as well. Charging Badger does have the ultimate now, just needs to try to get vision on one of these. He does get vision, but unfortunately, Emu. Solarcia probably could have died from that. But Emu was there to block. Man, so close, clearing out all of the rest of these towers, except for that, I guess, last man standing there in front of the Nexus. Very close to ending the game, but just ran out of minions.
And with both of them extremely low, Majestic Emu and Solarcia not wanting to wager a 2v1 duel with Charging Badger OP. Which I don't blame them, I wouldn't want to either. I don't want to... this late in the game, Caitlyn with 4 items, I wouldn't want to...
And 2 Infernals.
And 2 Infernals. I wouldn't want to get anywhere near this Caitlyn.
No. Caitlyn's auto range, too, just makes her so annoying to try to deal with in these scenarios. Hard to get on, especially for a team with so many melees.
So, isn't the only person with a longer attack range Tristana at max level?
Yeah, I guess Tristana at max level.
Because Tristana's auto attack range increases per level.
Yeah. So I guess it would probably, the only people with longer auto attack range would be enhanced. Oh wait, nope, almost an engage, but not quite. It would be Tristana max level, Kog'Maw with his enhanced thing, or Twitch with his ult.
Yeah.
I think those are the only ones I can think of.
Not a whole lot of people there, and definitely not an Ezreal or any of the other 3 melee members on the pokes.
So the first engage attempt there didn't quite land. Kilgar couldn't get his stun on them. Oh wait, Majestic Elm was backing. The rest of his team bailed. They're heading towards the Elder Dragon though. Will Seal Team 6 respond quickly enough? Emu is now. It looks like they've decided. All right, you know what? They're gonna get that. We just need to beeline it to this Baron buff. They're gonna try to go for this Baron buff. Probably head straight to the top side after that. So the Elder Dragon is about to die. It is now dead, and they are beelining it towards this Baron buff. The ultimate comes out from Emu. He's doing so much damage, it almost kills Jabaro. Jabaro has to ult to save himself. Emu 1v5s the enemy team away from the Baron.
And that's why it's called an equalizer.
Yeah, I guess so. And they're going to have to back away, and that's going to mean that Piltover Pokes are going to be able to get this Baron and the Elder Dragon. Majestic Emu backs off towards his base, heads to that giant minion wave. It looks like they might lose the tower, but he will be able to pick up the rest of these minions. Heimel is still hanging around, potentially to steal something here. Wow! Kilgar explodes Heimel and ults back into the Baron pit, and they pick it up. Now Emu has teleported up to the top side as well. Bat gets behind Charging Badger and cleans him up. They now have Elder Dragon, Baron buff, 5 members alive, and they're piling into a base that doesn't have an inhibitor. There are only 3 members remaining on the side of Team 6. If they're going to pull something off here, it would be quite a miracle, but I don't know what they can do to stop it. Here comes the Cataclysm and the Tidal Wave. Jobero goes in and gets down so much damage. Pops a GA, pops a Zhonya's, gets down some more damage, pops his own Zhonya's after throwing out another combo. They're actually chasing them away decently, but no, they have so many people. They have the health. They turn it back around. They start cleaning up the members of SEAL Team 6. Down goes another GA, but it doesn't matter. He gets cleaned up, and that's going to be the game. Whew. Piltover Pokes takes the win over SEAL Team 6. Such a long game, such a close game, and for those who just would like to know, the rest of the series was pretty much as close.
Yeah.
It's a very, very tight series. Went to 3 games. Game 1 and 3 were both 45 minutes. Game 1 and 3 were both very close in the gold leads and kills, and it just so very tough, high pressure games.
Yeah, very
GG,
much
well
so.
played, everybody. So before we sign off, we have one other thing. I think it's just gonna be real easy. It's gonna be an easy one. Just because we got to close out, and I couldn't really think of a good GetRECt trivia question, so apologize for that. But our last trivia question will be, what is the name of Graves Q? It's very easy. Don't say it, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, what is the name of Graves Q? Should be pretty easy, right?
Let's see it.
And the winner gets of course, the mystery. I don't know if it's a skin or a mystery skin or what. End of the line. Yep, that's pretty easy. End of the line.
End of the line. There
and that is going to be the end of the line for our stream.
Yep. I mean, badumcha.
So I guess we will get with Killer, and we will get with, I believe it was Local Dummy.
Yes.
Those two were the winners for this stream. We'll have 2 more winners for the skin giveaways next week during the Diamond stream for week 8.
Next week, technically tomorrow.
Sorry, not next week. My bad. Tomorrow.
I mean technically
tomorrow.
Sunday
tomorrow
is
at 4
next
p.m.
week. Because Saturday is the end of the week. Technically, Sunday is next
I feel like
week.
it depends on how you look at it, maybe, right?
I mean, okay, because technically you could look at it as Monday is the start of the week, and the week ends, Saturday, Sunday is the end. But if you look at the calendars that we use, Saturday is the end and Sunday is next week. It's so weird.
Okay. Well. So those are the 2 winners.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 winners. We'll get with you and have you add. I think it's add Psycho. I think is what I saw someone else say. Add Psycho and the client. And then 24-hour waiting period to give people stuff. So yeah, and then also I'm just gonna plug the merch store one more time in tomorrow's stream. You should buy team shirts.
Look at all these wonderful things.
You should buy your team shirts. Yes.
And
I'm wearing the hat. We've got the dab pillow in the background as well.
We gotta pull out the dab pillow here. This is an extremely comfy pillow, by the way. It's really plushy. Really plushy.
Yes, double-sided. It's got the feels good man on the backside. So yes, let us know if you have some things that you'd like to see on there too, because we're trying to grow it. So support GetRECt. Woo! But thanks for watching. That's what we really want. Like that's for fun, and helps too. But what we really want is for you guys to like the stream, enjoy the stream. So give us feedback. Thanks for watching the stream. follow, like, subscribe, whatever people say on YouTube videos.
Say, subscribe,
But
hit
yeah.
the notification bell.
Yeah,
That's the one.
the
The
bell,
notification bell.
yes. So, thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow, 4 p.m.,
Yep.
Diamond Week 8. Yes. Where
So,
dreams will be made and
broken.
broken. Yeah, because they're getting pretty down to the wire, especially for Diamond, who have a little bit of a longer season than Gold in terms of regular season. So, thanks for watching. That's it. Bye, guys.
See you guys.